All right, I think we should both be recording. All right, welcome to the Struggle Gamers podcast, where we talk about the latest gaming news and pop culture news as well. I'm Don, and these are the gamers. We got Kenny in here for the first time. Say what's up, Kenny.
I can't hear shit anyway. I have music way too loud, G.
Turn the music box down, my guy. You can turn it down. Well, that's Kenny, y'all. Say what's up, Kendall.
What up?
John.
What's up, guys?
Wody.
Yeah, what's poppin', man?
And for once, we actually got Jarrell.
Let's go.
I know, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, my girlfriend's been
On
taking
with the
up all my
podcast.
time.
Anyway.
It took forever. We finally got Jarrell in here. That's great. All right, so we can dive right into these topics. First one we got is Blizzard. We all know Blizzard, the company that make fucking Overwatch and shit. Yeah, shit like that. They in trouble. They came out with a remake of an old game called Warcraft 3. Has anybody played this shit?
Nah, bro.
I heard it's one of the classic PC.
Yeah, it's a very classic PC game apparently. We ain't never played it, but right now on Metacritic, user reviews really don't count, but when they this fucking low, it's pretty bad. It's sitting at a 0.5 out of 10 for user reviews.
Jesus, a 0.5.
Yeah, it's the lowest.
Wow.
It's the lowest score from a AAA game like at all right now.
I know whoever developed that sitting there, they just crying.
They definitely salty right now. I mean, it was obvious a review bomb. Niggas just went on there just to rate it low because they fucking up. So apparently it was a remaster, but they actually downgraded shit from the original game. Niggas said that it was like missing assets from the game. You know how like you get a texture that don't never pop in and it looked like a couple of pixels and it just stay there.
That sounds like something Ubisoft would do.
Stop coming for Ubisoft, dog. Yeah, they got them like they whole fucking. It's like a whole forest of non-trees. It's just a whole bunch of pixels that's supposed to be trees. They said the combat was broken, like actual broken. Fucking niggas' computers was crashing and all that shit. And people upset, so they got that user score. Actually, from this game, Blizzard's stock went down 5%. And that might not sound like a big loss, but you gotta remember how big Activision Blizzard is. So that's like losses in the billions of dollars. Like, that's a big ass loss. 5% is a big ass loss in stock.
Dang, scored so bad niggas lost stock.
Yeah, niggas was very mad about that. Unfortunately, none of us play it, so we can't like share in the outrage and talk about how shitty Blizzard is, but they get clowned on.
If you play Overwatch, you could probably
get clowned on a live.
He's talking about you.
Me and John could probably clown on them.
Yeah, y'all can clown on them for whole different reasons. That's a whole. I mean, yeah, that's a whole different reason. But yeah, apparently they a couple things that they was fucking up on is their main menu is actually not in the game. It's running off of a web app in Chrome. So that's like I've never heard of that in my life.
Hold on, how's your main menu run off of Google Chrome? Hey, Google
terrible.
Chrome crash, you done?
Yeah,
Was that a Flash game?
Apparently they main menu is a fucking Flash game. Apparently, I don't know. They banning people off forums that's teaching people how to get refunds from the game. They don't want to give niggas refunds. Pretty fucking scummy right there. You know how people make mods and shit. You know how they made Dota 2, right? Off of a mod. Now when they like that contract you sign before you play a game, the terms of service and shit, they saying that if you make something off of it, they own it now. So they getting clowned for that. Yeah, they getting clowned for that. Like that's like Skyrim going out like, hey, you know that mod you own that you made? Yeah, that's mine now. I'm about to make some money out of it. Like, yeah, that's kind of shitty. On one hand, I see it like, yeah, you made this game, you made it, and if niggas making money off your shit, like, you kind of want to chip in, but to say you own it though,
that's like Debo coming in like, hey, this is ours.
Yeah, like I would get like getting some money off of it too, but nigga just downright saying that shit mine now, fuck you, like that's
that just shitty. Pulled up like how my game doing.
It's mods though. That's the worst part about it. It ain't even like niggas is actually out here selling whole games.
Yeah, it's just mods. It's literally just mods and maps and shit. Like it ain't even. They fucking going niggas. They
So
definitely
you said
going
what
niggas.
happened?
Hey, you passed our game for us. Thank you.
So basically, Wody, yeah, shit like that. So basically, Wody, what's going on is Dota 2 came from a Warcraft mod, I believe, and Dota, the original Dota came from a Warcraft mod, and they made it into a game which they profit off of now. But now, if you make something like that in a remaster, they saying they own it. They can do whatever they want with it after they take it from you, basically.
In my opinion, I don't think that's really much different than like games running off of different engines that other people created. Though I know there's like a whole permissions thing when it comes to using engine. So it's like on one hand, I can kind of see why they'd be a little tight about it, but at the same time, it's not even like people are putting out whole games though.
Yeah, they don't gotta be as tight as they are. Like I said, I get like if they did like, all right, you gotta give us 50% of the money you make on this shit. Cool, but just take it, my nigga. That's bullshit. Like, what the fuck? I did this shit, all your shit, but you ain't about to just take it. What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm late. Had to take care of the nephews.
What up, Mikey? What up, bro? Mikey hopping in with us. Right now, we talking about Blizzard being dickheads. Basically, yeah.
Whoa.
They being dickheads, bro.
What
They
mod?
deboing niggas.
They definitely demoing niggas.
I mean, weren't they already doing that, but people just kept quiet about it?
Blizzard
Doing my
used to be a
pocket.
different beast back in the day. Hey, I don't know. I guess I used to rock with them back.
A lot of people used to rock with them back in the day.
Shit.
They used to be so live until like niggas started hating on Diablo 3.
Word.
I stopped messing with Blizzard after
Yeah,
some of the stuff
sorry,
they did.
though.
Nah, niggas. Diablo 2 players hate Diablo 3.
Really?
With a passion, my nigga. They hate that game. Because apparently Diablo 2 was like the pinnacle of fucking that genre of play, my nigga. And they downloaded hella shit.
What's crazy is
lasted
people
for a
hate
while.
that game, but Diablo 3 was so damn wild. The console word, I don't know how PC.
I
players
fucks with it.
feel about
I fucks
Because
with it.
Diablo's live to us.
I love
Yeah,
Diablo.
it was basically
Diablo 2
like
was just Diablo and Diablo 2 was just so fucking different. Like they ran that game into the ground, like in a good way. You know what I mean? So I can see why they didn't like 3, especially they never like games that come to console port.
Oh yeah, that's PC niggas in general.
Yeah.
Right. They never like
That's
haters.
PC niggas, man. That's
Like imagine if StarCraft had like got a console port, like then
Ooh,
they
niggas would
not-
be
they
broke
would not
all
care.
around. StarCraft is a crazy ass game.
Well,
Niggas pay thousands of dollars for shit. Good fucking
well,
never.
my stepdad had that shit on PC. I remember playing that mug.
Hell nah, I couldn't do that shit. But yeah, back to the refund shits. They also are like, you know how America don't really got the best consumer laws, but other countries like UK and Australia got some real tight ass consumer laws. They actually not giving refunds to people in those countries that you are legally like contracted to give refunds to. So them motherfuckers like might get sued like Bethesda did with Fallout. So I mean, they taking a couple L's out here in these
Yeah,
gaming
Blizzard is
streets.
just scummy.
They definitely on some scummy shit right now, but
They're getting super late, like super greedy recently.
yeah, they really, I mean, because they with Activision now, nigga. They taking after their parents.
Oh,
So,
yep. Pretty much.
Damn.
Yep, that's it right there.
They
Hey,
taking after their parents, bro.
Hey, that's that big homie that taught them stuff.
Exactly, bro. They talking about to get that GTA money or something, nigga. I don't know what's going on.
Teach you how to ride, little nigga.
Yeah, they definitely getting scummy as hell, bro. But it's blowing up in their fucking face. Niggas hating on them left and right. I keep seeing videos about new shit that they hating on. So
I think like a while back, last year, like they suspended the Overwatch player for like supporting something, but it wasn't.
oh
like,
no,
he
that was
supporting something
that was
bad.
Blitz Chung, that Asian dude. He said free. He said like free Hong Kong or something, revolution of our time, and they was like,
And they
nah,
was
nigga,
like,
all that
Hong Kong
prize
or
money
something
ours
like that,
now,
yeah.
you dickhead. I was like, what? Niggas
Yeah,
can't
that's
even say
crazy.
support my country.
Correct. That's scummy as hell.
They was like, yeah, they banned him and the reporters that was, I mean, like the the fucking niggas that the commentators, yeah, them.
The commentators.
They banned the commentators too.
The people who commentate on it, using the commentators.
Yeah, they fucking lame as hell.
Free
But
my nigga Swift.
fuck Blizzard. We ain't gotta talk about them niggas no more. We can move on to another scummy ass company, EA.
Real quick, did I miss anything before Blizzard though?
Nah, that's the first. That was the first thing we talked
That
about.
was the first thing. Okay, cool.
So wait, we just scum ragging today, right?
We got another scummy motherfuckers after EA, but yeah. So this,
We basically scum
we
ragging.
dragging these motherfuckers right now. Let's talk about EA. Let's talk about some good news from EA first, though. Star Wars, the Star Wars game came out. Y'all played it, right?
Fallen Order, yep.
Yeah, I'm still playing.
How'd y'all like it? Whoever played it, how'd y'all like it?
Dope.
For a single player experience, I think it was very straightforward, easy to understand. The story was good. It didn't try to do too much for an already convoluted story. I think it was pretty decent.
Oh, that game was fucking fire. Let me tell you about that open world, bro.
The whole game was fired.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. You played it, right?
Oh yeah.
I only gotta say
Lit.
one word off that game. One word, nigga. Vader. That's it.
Fucking Vader, bro. Hey,
Hold up, bro. What? Hey, y'all, shut up, bro. I ain't beat the game. What would y'all get it out of a 10, bro?
Hopefully they give us a 2.
What would y'all give it out of a 10, bro?
Bro, come on.
I'll give it an 8.
8.
I wanna, man, in all honesty, if it got some DLC or it turns into like another series that just like actually stays the same way but just expands on that, you know what I mean? You know, like some Force Unleashed shit, I'd give it an 8.5 to a 9 if it gets better.
Okay. What about you, Mikey? You beat it, right?
Okay, I wish they would give us like the Old Republic style game that's like that, but set in the Old Republic.
That's a whole
That'd be
different
lit.
beast, bro. That's a whole different beast, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine like that type of gameplay, but you Darth Revan. Oh, that'd be.
That's one of the things that I always expect every time they come out with a new Star Wars game, especially single player experience. But I think even though this one,
It's like they don't love the Old Republic era. It's a great era.
it is, the games basically brought a lot of motherfuckers into the Star Wars extended universe,
Right.
in my opinion. Like, but as far as this Fallen Order goes, I feel like if they had tried to turn it into a Knights of the Old Republic, it probably wouldn't have done well just yet. Just because people are still kind of annoyed with the way BioWare did they shit recently. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But for this game in itself, I think it did pretty good story-wise, gameplay-wise, the world building. It was pretty straightforward. I give it an 8.
That's good, man. It seems
For
like
real,
some
for real.
lame ass Star Wars niggas in there. But go ahead, Mikey. My bad.
I was gonna say,
Bro, don't come at Star Wars like that, bro. Don't come
to
at
me,
Star
bro,
Yeah, don't come in.
Go ahead, Mikey.
I'd probably give it a 9. Honestly, the only thing I wish is some replay value, like
That's DLC.
like get some like missions on the side, put some quests in there, some side quests. Everything was pretty much linear and like basic story mission. Like there's no side quests or anything like that, which I wish they did. It's like some treasures you can find in like extra areas that you can explore after the game is ended, but it's not like it's required. Like it doesn't. It's something that you probably have to do on your own and not by an NPC standard, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
And I mean, I also kind of wish there was like a way to like do like, okay, Jarrell and I'm not sure if the other guy was talking, but y'all know about the that's Kenny.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. The arena, that little Coliseum part. Can we get a DLC of that or something? Because that's fire.
Yeah.
That make me want to beat this game. Boy, hold the fuck up.
If they had that on the side, like,
I mean, like fighting fucking Vader and Maul or like other like.
ooh, you doing too much.
Yeah, I can see that. But that's what I'm. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, if they did make another game and added a little bit more, that'd be dope. But the one thing that I can honestly say is the reason why I can't give it like a 9. Mostly is because of some of the character portrayals inside of the story mode. Like, the story itself won't really go nowhere if they don't switch up the characters, in my opinion. Like, that Padawan, he cool, bro, but we all know he did. We all know he not going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with Cal. I mean, I don't think they have any other reason to keep his story going. He did his part.
Yeah,
Right.
they don't. They don't.
He did his part. You know, he prevented Vader from doing
That's why
shit.
I think like if you said it in like a
Hey, stop spoiling stuff.
Wait, what did they spoil? What did they spoil? I ain't even
we didn't spoil.
I ain't catch a spoiler, bro.
Mention his name.
I ain't even catch a spoiler.
Nigga said you couldn't mention his name, bro.
I can understand why they would he call a spoiler, but is it literally? Do it correlate to anything in the story? Is this literally just a follow up to the story, or is it? I mean, a completely different story?
The story in itself is smack dab.
The story is linear. It doesn't really tie into anything else.
And that's the only. And that's
I would say it's just original.
That's the only reason why it saves itself, though. You know what I mean? Because if you do a Star Wars story, and this is one of the reasons why I'm glad it wasn't like KOTOR style, it's because they would definitely have to convolute and like dish out a lot of EU stuff, and then maybe even like retcon a lot of things. This being a linear story, I think actually helps it. You know what I mean? Because you could just go in.
I mean, but then you could probably do it during like the High Republic, maybe just something where like the Jedi are at the height of their power. The High Republic or Republic, anytime between before.
That's a different game, man. That is a different game.
I mean,
I feel you. I want the.
But if you want like a story where you don't have to like where it doesn't have to be so linear and like the characters aren't have to stick in this box, they definitely could go like in a nice Republic era, but just set it during a different era that we don't know about because they're playing.
Or they could just go in between the whole Imperial era too. It's not like there wasn't a lot of shit going on then. You know,
you fucking Star Wars lames. Anyway,
but one more thing I want to add in there.
Go ahead.
This is just like a boss rush or something like that. That's all I wanted. I don't see too many games doing that no more.
Boss rush mode to be live.
Yeah, just a boss rush.
Play Monster Hunter, bro. Anyway,
or just Shadow of the Colossus.
It seems like a lot of people also agree with y'all though, because it was like a real big ass success from EA. Like, even though they said single player games was dead, this sold like a lot of copies. Like this up there with their multiplayer games.
I'm pretty sure the only people who say single player games are dead are big companies trying to make money off of multiplayer games.
Yeah, that was EA. Yeah, that's literally EA DNA, man.
Nobody don't give a fuck about what they got to say.
They said single player was dead, and then they came out with a single player game, and that shit blew up, and it did great. Which I'm happy to see that it did good. But I mean, but on the other end, since they didn't release a multiplayer game, they stock fell 6%, and like we just discussed, that's a lot of money they lost because they used to that fucking microtransaction greediness.
Yeah, which is why I'm surprised we ain't see no DLC of Fallen Order, considering that it was a pretty big selling Star Wars game.
I don't think they fucking with it. I don't know if they gonna release no more single player games, bro.
They want that microtransaction.
They want that money, bro. They see that stock fell 6%. Niggas ain't fucking with it, bro.
They about to start selling ponchos on there.
I'll be mad if they do that.
They like it, bro. They like it. It's all you got to do is just make a good single player game that people can dip back into. It's not like it's impossible. I mean, shit, niggas still play Dark Souls, Bloodborne, other fucking shit. Like, all you need is just a fun fucking game, Like, it's not hard at all. If a game is more story based, then you need more content, like my man said, like some side quests, some other missions just to keep people like interested. You got to have characters that people can like, say like, man, I want to keep watching this motherfucker. Like if you play KOTOR, how many people know HK47? Like, I know people who literally replay the game just to listen to them talk. Single player game, that's replay value. It's the little things that
I get what you mean, but like they ain't getting no replay money, my nigga. That's what they need.
Yeah, I mean, if motherfucker only buy the game,
play money,
they ain't get no money. I mean, that's literally what they want, bro. That like them niggas they need cheese.
Basically, pay money to replay the game.
They need.
Despite what people say, though,
charge you money for a new save.
Like about DLC, though.
I mean, but just if
what did you say, Carnage?
I said charge a nigga money for a new save game, bro. Oh,
just because like you give like DLC out like to a game doesn't mean it's gonna like prolong it, or even if
that's true. I mean, that's true.
They're like look at Spider-Man PS4. its DLC wasn't that good. It was very.
I don't know. I liked it.
Nothing with that DLC.
Spider-Man. I don't know, bro. I feel like Insomniac is used to that revenue flow though. Like Insomniac ain't got no game that came out and just is microtransaction heavy. Motherfucking EA got Apex, FIFA, and Madden to compete with. Like nigga, that
EA made Apex.
I know, that's what I said. I'm talking about money wise, like the
to compete with people. I'm tripping.
Yeah, like it ain't they single player money ain't good money to EA. So I mean, that's why I don't think we gonna see no more, bro.
If you raping people for loot crates and shit.
Exactly. It ain't all good. It ain't all good.
You said raping people for loot crates. Yes.
They getting people for them, bro.
They
I got
are,
3
bro.
sticks in this box. What you want to do for it? What you mean?
They ain't gonna give you none of the good shit.
What you gonna do for that loot crate?
Here a little throw in I wanted to add. Do you niggas remember Anthem?
Yeah.
Yes. You remember we played that beta?
We played that beta. That beta was hard.
That beta was fun.
Beta was
And then,
hard.
And then we got the actual game. It was like, hey, so what's this?
Yeah, that shit.
Game was still fun.
That shit didn't
The
get brought
game
up.
was fun. It's just there was
It
nothing.
was a disappointment.
It was just it didn't really bring us in.
It just
to
stopped.
something else.
It just stopped after it was.
Stop.
And I heard it.
There was nothing ongoing for it.
It just quit. Man.
And you know what's crazy?
They didn't release no DLC or nothing.
No, that's actually
No.
why it's on here, because during the investor call, niggas didn't even mention Anthem. Like they mentioned all the other games, and niggas didn't even bring Anthem up, like at all.
Dang, bro! Imagine being a developer for Anthem and they just don't mention you.
They don't even mention that game. They trying to sweep that shit under
Oh,
the
you gotta
rug.
be crying.
You can say it was a disappointment. You can say
It
it.
had so much potential.
It has so much
Yeah.
potential,
So
bro. That
much.
gameplay is so good, bro.
Almost every game has potential.
Bro.
That's why Anthem 2 gonna be
No.
good. They shut it
Jump
off.
Force.
Oh, they gonna do Destiny. They gonna Destiny that shit.
Well, you really hate Jump Force, bro.
Boy,
Jump Force. Wait, let's not get into Jump Force shitty ass game again, bro. Let's not go down that shitty ass rabbit hole. But yeah, Anthem fell off the map for us and EA apparently, because them niggas is done talking about it. That's fucking ass. Anthem was fun. It definitely died for no good reason.
I'm pretty sure almost everybody.
I wish they would have breathed life into it. It was a great game.
Me too, bro. I would be on that bitch right now, flying like a.
I'm pretty sure.
I love
I'm pretty
being
sure
Iron
we.
Man.
I'm pretty sure we all remember the difference in like the release trailer. You know.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure we remember the difference in
Hell
quality
yeah.
drop. You know what I mean?
It definitely was, but I mean, everybody do that at EA. So I mean,
Like,
not
right,
E3,
but I mean,
E3.
It's a difference between like little subtle drops, but then like when you're doing what they did, I'm like, that's.
I mean, shit, you gotta remember what Siege did, my nigga.
I mean,
You gotta remember what
Yeah.
original Watch Dogs did, my
like,
nigga.
Yeah.
don't
Fucking
even
Watch
get me
Dogs.
started on Watch Dogs.
Yeah,
So
like-
I was like,
Good for that.
I think
Ubisoft
Watch Dogs
shitty
was
for
like my
that.
first experience to like a game being dumbed down to the point to where I did.
Same, my nigga.
Like I remember playing that shit. Like, what is this?
Ubisoft is the best at like
Lying, my nigga. That's what they
showing
are.
lying.
things and
The
then
best
not,
at
and not
fucking
giving
lying.
you
Lying.
They the best at showing it good. It don't turn out good, and then they make it good. At least they make it good at the end, because they make the games good at the end. I give them that. I give them that though. They
They
definitely
like,
lie
this
their
is
ass
what you're
off.
gonna get eventually.
This is
Well,
gonna happen. my
almost.
nigga.
Eventually.
Yeah, they good
But
at
nah,
that shit.
that's why that goes into what we was talking about last time when you said that E3 ain't as exciting no more. That's because we get lied to.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just watching a whole bunch of lies.
lied to, like, bruh.
Damn. I ain't never heard facts like
it
that in
is
my life.
basically a promise.
It's just a whole
And
bunch of
then-
lies
like
in the
when-
conference. my
It's
nigga.
like when Shorty keep telling you that, oh, we gonna go out, but every time you hear it, you like, yeah, all right. She like, why
Bruh, E3 is a giant video game company flex.
E3 is just a catfishing for video games.
pretty much.
Yeah, I agree.
Bruh, it's literally the
Why don't you like me no more? You don't text me at 9:00 at night no more. Where you been? bitch?
I've been playing
Hey,
Capcom games
hey.
like Devil May Cry. That's where I'm at.
Playing games right now, bitch.
I'm playing actual games, bro.
Yeah, fucking.
But I got another one coming
that
out
shit,
eventually. Yeah.
Alright. But talking about sales, shout out to Grand Theft Auto 5. They sold 120 million copies total right now.
And counting.
Yeah, 20. They sold 20 million last year. 20 million fucking copies in 2019.
How many?
Yes.
They sold 20 million in 2019, my guy. 20 million.
Still buying GTA 5.
20 million people bought GTA 5 last year.
That's double.
Jesus.
20 million
That's
people.
double.
That's
And this isn't just
dude.
PS4, but we're talking about PS4, 3, Xbox One, PC,
why?
especially PC. What you mean why? Same reason why you keep watching One Piece, Darrell. Come on now.
It's-
Don't do this.
Hey, nah,
good
don't.
ass
Hey, One
game.
Piece
Don't
lit.
you-
One Piece lit.
That's the game, man.
Don't you disrespect
Grand Theft Auto lit, bro.
Yeah, that was pretty
That's
funny,
what
man.
I'm not doing this podcast is disrespect.
But he got a point, though.
Hey, bro, Grand Theft Auto lit,
Don't
One
got a
Piece
point.
lit, bro.
Yes,
Let's
he do. Basically, it just gets better and better.
They
They
do,
keep
man.
adding
It's
content.
dope.
Exactly. They keep adding content to this day. They keep having discounts and deals, especially if you got Twitch Prime or
It's $15
yeah,
right now.
Twitch Prime. Yeah, it's on sale. It's cheap. It's
Wait,
affordable. You don't even have and a whole bunch of stuff that people are figuring out to even, let's say if you playing the GTA Online, you start off at level 1. You got people out there in a big ass community that can help you get to level 100 in like 2 weeks tops. Instead of you
definitely
just
gotta
doing this shit
Not to
on your
mention,
own.
You got to remember, GTA is like Madden and 2K. Niggas is never not gonna want.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They gotta add the mega factor.
I mean, it's
You don't have to add the nigga factor. You don't.
It ain't just niggas. It ain't.
What did that have to do with that?
Nah. The nigga factor has a lot to do with how a game sells. Don't start that.
Are you sure about that? It's more.
Why do you think
It's more.
Madden still sells, bro?
Bro, listen. Niggas
I
will
think it's
get
more
their
white people playing
PS4
GTA
stolen,
than
get another PS4 and
Yeah, I
buy
feel
GTA
that.
again, my nigga. It's a nigga
I think you just explained their sales right there.
Exactly.
In one sentence.
It's like Saints Row, bro. Like you think more black
Who
people
knew?
playing it? It's actually not. It's actually not.
Bro, nah, it's niggas on that game, bro. Just like
It
it's
is,
niggas
but
on
it's-
2K.
I think it's
I
more.
bet. Right, Grand Theft
It's more
Auto.
white people
Yeah,
on.
it's definitely more white.
For real, yeah. You know how many foreign people I got pressed out by online, bro? Because I kept being
Yeah,
racist,
you out
bro.
there, this nigga speaking
But I'm
French
saying,
and shit,
if you have the nigger factor of your game, is gonna be boosted. Of course, white people gonna get on there. But we are a big ass. We are a big market.
If anything, I think it's we hyping it a lot.
We a
hype
big
it
market.
more.
We a big market, bro. We
hyping
we
more.
can't play us like we ain't a big market.
Because we're going to buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We're a
that's
big
true.
ass
We're gonna
market.
buy
my
it.
guy. They got a nigga factor,
buyers,
bro.
I guess. Yeah.
Niggas will sit out in lines for 2K on
Niggas.
release day, bro.
Oh God.
Yeah, because they don't want to buy it
For
digitally.
2K.
You know
I
what
was
I
in
do?
one-
They don't want to buy it digitally.
Yeah. See, look, we got a nigga that was in.
I was outside in the cold for that Grand Theft Auto 5.
See, it's
I ain't gonna hold you. You was outside in the cold. I was inside the mall.
I know for
was
a
inside the
fact
mall.
I bought 3 copies of that in my
Cold.
lifetime, bro.
I remember, bro.
Bro. Wait, I see bro, he rolled off for the fight like he was in the fight. Bro. It's like, bro, I'm gonna play the game. Like,
Hey, that's how GTA 5 in particular, bro. I feel like it has it brought a lot of people to make the community a lot bigger than what it used to be, bro.
But y'all
Just because of the content that
it's
is
in that line, bro. Y'all don't
that online. That everybody was waiting for that
no,
online.
not the online, in the line for the
Oh,
damn
in the
launch. Bro, it was more people than the PS5. It was more people in that line than for the PS4.
I believe it.
It was.
believe
Yeah,
it.
he's right.
That's
He's
Grand
definitely
Theft
right.
fucking Auto.
I'ma keep-
believe
I remember,
like
bro.
100 people.
2012. I remember I was outside the GameStop in the mall, bro. That everybody was like, everybody was looking at each other like, let me catch you online. I'm gonna rob you. It's like, what?
And then that online ain't work for the next 2 weeks. Y'all was sick.
I was in school. I was in college at the time.
Yeah,
I definitely missed some homework.
they dropped
I ain't
that
gonna lie, I was
one.
probably one of the few people who don't really fuck with Grand. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't fuck with Grand Theft Auto, but I never went out of my way to like get on
Get
it.
one.
You didn't. I was geeking, nigga. I was geeked.
I bought one
Grand
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto.
Auto in my lifetime, and it was 5.
Damn, so you ain't
It was on
enjoyed
sale.
4? My nigga, 4 was
No.
cold. too.
Four.
I didn't enjoy any of them. I don't care.
Four
Like, my
was-
brother had it. I didn't even touch it.
Yeah, I only played GTA because my siblings couldn't beat the shit, so I always beat it. That was it.
You know that Yeah, okay, I'll say that because my brother actually he beat Vice City. I literally watched him beat Vice City when I was a kid, and then when we got San Andreas, we only got to like so far, like halfway through, and the missions just started getting ridiculously hard, and then we just stopped and used cheat codes just to mess around.
Hey, a whole day worth of cheat codes, that's a different game, bro.
It is.
It is. I mean, GTA 5 got cheat codes, but
remember
not
cheat
like
books.
Bruh.
y'all remember doing it at Walmart and taking a notebook?
Yeah, I do, nigga. That's how I got them.
Man, we got memo pads on our phones now. We ain't gotta do all that.
Nigga, now we ain't got cheat codes. They some bullshit. They took the motherfuckers away.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You take a picture.
Everybody should know R1, R2. L1, X, left, down, right, up, left, down.
Yes. Hey, bro. Weapons tier 3 was GOAT on San Andreas.
The hardest one for me was always trying to remember the fucking tank code. Like I know it was.
I never really needed it because I was
like
just
O's in that motherfucker. Like 6 O's in that motherfucker.
It was a bunch of circles, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like circle, X, circle, L1. Square, X, circle, 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 or some shit.
Bro,
they need to bring cheat codes back, man.
It got to the point where I had friends that had Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but they ain't had internet. So I'll be the person who would literally write down the codes for them, bring it to school like the next day. Teacher would like, quit passing notes. Like, don't even worry about it. This is friends' business.
It's in the game.
Don't worry about it, Miss Francis.
It's in the game.
Bro, it's in the game, bro. This note's gonna help my boy.
Real
GTA. GTA definitely helped though. I will say though, GTA 4 had a better story than GTA 5. Way better story.
Hell nah.
Yes.
Hell
story?
Nah.
Story?
Listen, man, Nico Bellic was cool, but my nigga, the fact that they even had a black story in the 5 made it better. I don't even care, my nigga. Nigga, you tripping.
There was another Grand Theft Auto game that had a black dude.
I know, but it just put it over 4 automatically. Oh, don't give a damn.
I think it was on the PSP though, or PSV. One of the two.
I said, oh shit, they got Franklin. It's already better than 4, my guy.
I was hyped for Franklin. I wish it was kind of focused a little bit on Franklin's story though.
Franklin's story was cold.
You got Carl Johnson already.
I wish it was like they ain't go that much into it. At least they went a little bit into the gangbanging part of it.
Yeah,
like
they did.
Yeah, they did. That's kind of what I was looking forward to mostly.
That was cold.
Y'all niggas ain't sick of gangbanging in video games?
Hell nah.
Hell nah.
Hell nah.
The same road.
Hell yeah. That's
nigga ain't nothing gonna top Saints Row.
Bro, you banging on it.
Saints
You banging on aliens.
Saints Row 2.
Saints Row 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to him. Saints Row 2.
Ain't nothing banking on that.
Especially with the co-op.
Oh my fucking
co-op.
God,
bro!
It's the only game you can fucking surfboard down the street in a taxi while listening to the Nutcracker hitting all his shots, bro. Like,
you can literally do that, bro.
We was doing crazy shit than that, bro. We used to like put cheat codes in, bro, and each shot
online.
You ain't even need cheat codes, bro. You can literally ride up the side of a fucking building with a motorcycle. Like, what the fuck you need?
Well, the cheat codes still made it fun.
We got cheat codes, folks, because like he didn't know we had cheat codes. I put milk bones in and put the pimp hand in.
Yes, bro. Okay, so I wasn't the only one who did that. Hey,
what was going on?
Wody, bro. I know you put that cheat code with the car mask. Where like you run into a car, it damages the whole entire thing, bro.
Damn.
Oh, bro,
you mean
what? Yes, bro. If you was in a car, bro.
You get that when you do damage control though. Like those are all the shit you can unlock. Hey.
But we don't want to have to do a mission in order to have it. We just want to do it in free mode.
Y'all niggas.
We just want to do it.
No. You can unlock it.
You
can unlock it outside of the mission. Like when you finish like all the Total Mayhem shit, I think you can. Like you get that. Like you literally just run around in cars, just cannot.
Oh well, I didn't want to wait.
The reason why we was putting codes in is because Shaq kept like every time we put out a live ass. Oh, that's live. Let me get in it, and he'd get in it, and then drive the car around the corner and blow that bitch up.
That's the whole shit.
That pin out, slap his ass across the knot, bro. You ain't never.
Bro, you literally go across all of Stillwater with that pip hand, bro. It's not even a pip hand. It's a foam hand. It's like it's one of those foam hands with the
it's called a pip hand.
Is it really called a pip hand?
The pin slap. Yeah,
I thought it was a
pin
foam.
slap.
Oh, okay.
All right, niggas. We all Saints Row, bro. We going back to
Y'all ain't never pull up on nobody with
all right, Kenny, nigga. We off that game.
Shut up, nigga.
That's some good news for Grand Theft Auto, but they got some bad news too. They got one of the founders leaving the company next month, and Take-Two ain't having it. They
with all his money.
Yeah,
I did see that.
They drop. I know we talking about a lot of stock drops, but they stock drop is real like surprising because the Rockstar niggas stock don't fucking drop too often, and they shit dropped as soon as he announced he was leaving. He one of the founders, but he also was involved, like heavily involved in game making. He wrote stories for the Grand Theft Autos, all the Grand Theft Autos and shit. He damn near did all the original Red Dead Redemption.
Money.
Yeah, he just dipping. That nigga is 40 and rich. He out. The fuck need to be there for?
I would have bounced out too.
Me too, my nigga.
Check every time you sell a Grand Theft Auto.
Hell yeah, he getting that money. He ain't got no more reason to be there.
Man's making bank.
But yeah, that's the news on fucking Rockstar.
Can I give one more input since we're on the topic of Grand Theft Auto?
Go ahead.
There is this lady out there who is doing commission artwork to make you look like a Vice City character. She does a really good job.
I know what you're talking about.
You seen it? Yeah. Her Instagram is _savage_nymph. She doesn't charge a lot. It's pretty reasonable and affordable. You know, just hit her up on Twitter. She'll work with you and she'll get you looking like one of the characters. For real.
I'm about to get a
really dope
character made from Vice City, but it's about to be dope. But all right, on the fucking Bethesda news, we got Doom Eternal said that they wouldn't have any microtransactions. Apparently the studio is actually going against Bethesda's publisher and taking out the microtransactions. They're like, nah, we ain't having this in our game. So shout out to them, I guess.
I might cop that.
Yeah, that's good.
Even though Doom is ass, but it's okay.
But
Ain't they coming out with a new Doom?
How y'all feel about Doom, man? Well, yeah, they coming out with Doom Eternal. That's the one we talking about.
Have y'all played it?
I've never played it.
I was watching some gameplay. It looked live. I'm about to cop it.
It looked live, bro. It
Last-
made my stomach hurt.
Y'all played it on the console though, so I'm
Last Doom I played was 3.
Did you
And
like
that was the
Doom?
fun one. That was a good one. 3 on back.
Yeah,
Good.
nah,
Yeah.
3 was the shit. 3 was
3 on
Three
back.
was
That was
great.
a good one. Yeah.
3 was
that
great.
last one that he dropped. It made my
I
stomach
ain't never
hurt.
liked Doom. That ain't never been my cup of tea.
Me neither. Like I got Doom on a whim, but after I played it, I was like, I can definitely see why it was a game people really fucking like.
Oh, you can see it. I can't see it, bro. It's just one of
Yeah,
those shit.
it's
niggas.
Doom 3 is pretty
Cool.
damn fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Doom 3 was
like
great.
the horror, like you know how sometimes you get like hardcore shooting that try to mix in horror and they don't really do a good job. Either the game is like super scary, but it don't feel like a shooter, or it feel too much like a shooter, and then it kind of loses that
Give an
scary
example.
element.
Yeah, it got both.
Give an
Yeah,
example.
It
Doom
worked.
Doom got a decent balance. Like
Give
I
an
remember
example of
scene
one
in
that's
Doom,
like not a good balance of it. What's an example of shitty balance one?
Dead Space 3.
Oh shit, I ain't
Agreed.
dog shit.
Yeah, like Dead Space 3, Resident Evil 5 and 6.
Yeah, those. Yeah,
definitely.
I think of one.
definitely.
I'm one of the ones that's actually okay with
I like
Resident Evil 5. I like 5.
I like
No, I ain't saying 5 is a good game. It's not Resident Evil scary.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like it's more a shooter than it's more a shooter horror. Like Resident Evil 4, gameplay obviously hell of a lot better than 3, but you know you still can get your scared the shit out of in that game.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I didn't. I promise you, I didn't. I never got scared of a Resident Evil thing since 3.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
you
was.
Scared of this. Honestly, I'm more scared of the bad mechanics in 4. Honestly,
I think that's that
Jesus.
like
Nigga said I'm scared of bad mechanics.
Nigga see a glitch, he scream.
Don't play no Bethesda
if you
games
play
like
it,
that.
They play stiff. You aim like
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
gun. Like
Like,
you
you
gotta
can-
pull the gun up to aim and you stand still while people walking towards you.
If you
You
fuck
gotta
up,
run real fast and turn around and do that shit again.
Yeah.
Still walking towards you.
not to mention you could spend a whole 3 clips on one zombie if you were 80. Like,
Exactly. You gotta have strategy. You gotta shoot a nigga in the knee and then shoot him in the head. And sometimes you shoot him in the head and then something else come out and fuck you up. Like
shit, half the time you gotta run.
Bro, that's why I'm scared of
That's
games,
why
bro.
I think that Resident Evil remake probably one of the best ones. It wasn't scary to me because I had the Exco give it to you mod on. But it was so it was fun. It was like that's all this scariness that was supposed to happen. It was just fun. Like
It's
Yeah.
when you
I'm
start
scared of
seeing-
scary games, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I think Dead Space
I love
1
scary
was
games,
probably the shooter and horror game where they probably had like a perfect balance of all of it. You know what I mean? Because like you had different weapons and you had like different settings, and the way that you take down monsters was so different, and that fear was there too. Like,
yeah,
nigga,
it was just gargantuan ass monsters too. They weren't like some little ass peon that just walk up on you and fucking 7 foot tall,
they'd hide in
500
the vents.
pounds.
They play dead. They hide in the vents. You know what I mean? They walk up on without even you knowing that they're behind you, and attack until you turn around type shit.
you talking about Dead Space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Dead Space? I thought you was talking about
He talking
No, I'm talking about Dead Space.
Dead
Well, I'm
Space.
talking about like horror games that I think did it right. Like Dead Space definitely did like the horror and shooting right. Doom 3, in my opinion, is once you start seeing people play it, especially vets, it doesn't look like it's like that like terrifying of a game. But man, when you playing that shit by yourself, especially Doom 3 at night, oh,
Y'all gonna get the new
Are
Doom?
we talking?
Y'all gonna get the new Doom?
No,
Yeah, I might
it's
come.
the last spread. You gotta play the last one to see how drastically. And play 3 and play the last one to see how drastically.
Doom in turn, it feels too much like a speed running shooter.
That's what it
Yeah.
looked like. That's what it
That
looked like.
and
It looked wild
It's,
though.
it's literally a mode in that game where it's so hard that if you die one time, you start all the way over.
That's a
back
couple
in
of
the
game
game.
modes like that.
Yeah, that's basically
That's
Yeah.
What's that called? What's that called? Iron
and
Man?
Quake Champions. They that if it's like a fucking speedrun type shooter, then it's just gonna remind me of Quake Champions, and that shit was stressing my eyes out.
Hey, did
I
any,
couldn't
of
get
y'all,
into Quake.
did any of y'all see New York Minute from Max Payne 3?
Nah.
All right, so basically it's you playing
Oh,
the
I
campaign.
did.
It's you playing the campaign and you got 60 seconds on the timer. But every time you shoot somebody in the head, add seconds to it.
And you gotta
And
beat the
basically-
game.
Yeah, in one sitting. Yeah, in one sitting. And they got another mode called the Shadows Rush Me, and you got to do the same thing but on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, ain't them achievements too?
Yeah, them achievements.
Yeah, I do remember that, bro. That was ridiculous.
That's speed running shit, but it's lit. That's some nice shit that you can add in the games.
Nah, niggas that hate that because they can't get 100%.
Yeah,
If they even remotely bad, they can't get 100%. Niggas that
I mean,
hate
it's
that.
for a different type of people.
It's definitely for a different type of person, bro. That is crazy.
Yo,
But we can move on to these
But as far
fucking ridiculous. Like they came out with some ridiculous Bethesda rumors this week, bro. And I mean, out the wall crazy. So everybody listening, take this with a grain of salt. I'm gonna listen. Y'all can tell me whether or not y'all believe them. Y'all can explain why, whatever. We gonna get into the very first one, which is probably the most one. It's that Sony is about to buy Bethesda. I say no.
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 Definitely not.
No.
No.
Bethesda make again?
Bethesda made Skyrim,
And
Fallout. Them the two most popular. You know them.
Never mind. You said Fallout. I just.
What you thinking?
Hold on, wait. It's one game y'all forgetting that Bethesda,
Nigga, they made a lot of games, and then most of them was butt.
but it's one game that if they did buy out, I know Sony can try to do again.
What?
Come on, y'all know what it is. One of the
I
worst
don't know what
games
it is,
Bethesda ever.
Brink?
Yes.
Damn! I haven't heard that game of so
I don't even know what that is.
Hey, bro, we not
Brink.
talking about Brink on this podcast, bro.
You know they
that's fair.
That game was let's just chop that up to 0 out of 10.
wasn't there a Brink 2 and that shit
I
didn't
hope
do good
not.
at all?
What?
I hope not.
Nah.
I don't think,
Never.
I don't think they got the.
Nah, No, that wasn't a Brink 2.
Listen,
Never mind.
bro, we is not bringing that game up and giving it shine.
Nah, we was talking about rumors.
Oh my god.
They fucking tried it with Brink, bro. I'll never forget.
So is it a no on Sony buying Bethesda, bro?
You know what's crazy, bro? I'll never forget working at GameStop, and I'll always see the Brink copies just stacked. Nobody would take it.
I like how we said we not talk about.
I know, and they keep bringing me into
Brink,
it, bro. I don't want to talk about it. No, let's not give it no shine, bro. Let it die, bro.
Nobody talks about the game.
Let it die.
What's next?
The next one is Starfield. Y'all know they working on like a little star, like a universe game. They said they're gonna show it at E3 this year, and it's a game based in space, but they having a real hard time like getting rockets to move in space. I mean, they sound incompetent enough to have a hard time with that, so I think that's probably true. What y'all think?
I'm laughing.
Like, how they go make a space game and be like, whoa, the rockets don't move. What the fuck?
Ew, that's sad.
I ain't got nothing to say.
They freaking engine is blown, my guy.
That's why people lie on their resume.
Low key, but that's gonna happen to me in a minute. I need to chill. So y'all know that. So it's a yeah. Y'all believe that one is possibly true?
Hell nah.
Oh, you say that? So you think they getting the rockets moving for real?
I don't think they got issues with rockets. Issues are probably a lot more trippy.
We gonna see. I hope it's not true. That'd make them real retarded. But I ain't gonna hold you. Next one is y'all know about the Ubisoft Club and how you can like earn points over all the Ubisoft games, redeem them on any game and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They said they was gonna be making something like that. I think that's probably true.
Making something like that for what?
Yeah, Bethesda was gonna be making like a Ubisoft Club, Bethesda Club type stuff. I think that's cool. I think that's true, and I think they should do it. So,
to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the whole clubs and stuff. That's not really my thing.
I like it because I be getting broken ass guns and get it in the game.
Yeah, you be getting stuff for it.
I mean, that ain't no different than loot crates.
Yeah, that's just
but I already have the points when I get the game because I beat all the previous games.
Yeah, that do be coming in. Only Ubisoft. That's it.
That's only. In my opinion, I'm like that's only if like if you're constantly playing Bethesda games or Ubisoft games, people are like just now getting into it. I mean, you're gonna run into the same loop problem, because not everybody's gonna like invest in a bunch of fucking Ubisoft games and end up with those points. Not to mention, what if like you're just now getting in an Ubisoft game, you're playing a multiplayer game, people could easily just get weapons based on how they play.
But you don't actually need to play them. Honestly, you get points for launching that bitch up too.
Yeah, low key, you get points for clicking yes on the start.
Yeah, you get like a cool 100, like 10 points. Yeah, you get 20.
I'm not saying decided that.
I'm not saying it's hard to get the points. I'm just saying
you decided that.
If you compare people who've like been playing the games a lot to, obviously you can't really say like, just rewarding people because they've been playing our games longer than people who haven't. Obviously, if you're playing like a multiplayer game and people just now getting in, for day one, for example, somebody is getting more because they got points than somebody that's like, oh, this is my Ubisoft. You're gonna run into the same issues you have with like loot crates, the same issues you have with fucking expansions, day one releases.
Yeah, but it's not like you get helping hands for like competitive games. It's just single player games. Mostly.
Hey, speaking of what you're saying, Wody, like, did you know that apparently Gears, they made it so that people that's playing their first match got damage buffs?
Yeah, I knew about that.
Y'all knew about that?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
They want to keep people in the game.
They want to keep people in the game.
I mean, I get that, but instead of like giving people reasons to complain about extra, just like level the playing field and let people get better shit that they play from the start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
it's like somebody is going to complain about somebody, coming in with like a bunch of points just because they played more games, and somebody's going to complain about new players getting damage buffs. Like, that's at the end of the day.
I mean, but that's like that's like affecting multiplayer. Getting more points in a single player game. Like, what you gonna get an extra skin?
Well, I mean, obviously, no,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm
talking
saying.
about
You get
single
just
player. I'm
skins
talking
in
about,
multiplayer games.
multiplayer.
Oh, you talking about
Normally,
only
when you
multiplayer
got-
shit? Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
because normally when you got companies that do the whole club shit, 9 times out of 10 they make a lot of money off of multi, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Well,
my
like
idea.
in For Honor, I know Ubisoft make a lot of money off For Honor, Division, and Siege and stuff like that. So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, but I don't think they give. I don't think they give out like weapons. I think they give an XP booster out. I know for a fact they give an XP booster.
So, you know, yeah, For Honor, I know they do like XP boosts and stuff, but I definitely see game just reward people straight better weapons on like day one. I've seen people complain about it multiple times.
Yeah, that's
Like
very
it's
ugly.
possible. It's not like it's something that's like unheard of.
They shouldn't do that. But the last rumor that came out for Bethesda is some Fallout 76 stuff, and I was gonna research it, but I clicked the link and looked at the first sentence, and I was like, yeah, no. So that's not here. Who cares about that?
Rumor.
Not me. There's no Fallout. I mean, there's no Elder Scrolls 6 news at all, which is what I was actually looking for out of Bethesda. Even though that game is terrible, Elder Scrolls is horrible, but we're gonna leave that out. We're gonna leave that where it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You on that now? That's what you.
Listen. I posted on Twitter. They was like, "What's the worst gaming series?" I put Elder Scrolls. Yep.
Did they sacrifice you?
I don't know what they did, but that game garbage.
That's literally one of your favorite games.
Oh no, it is. It was my favorite game before Witcher 3 came out. And you know what it is? You know what
Hey,
you know what it is now?
I can't even be mad at it. I can't be mad at
Bruh,
the man.
every time I get on that game, it's something wrong, bro. I can't deal with this no more.
That's what Eric came from, bro.
I can't deal with they trash no more, man.
Back in the
I
day,
feel like every time I get on, they like, hey, it's something for you to fix today. Like, what? Come on, bro. I'm not doing this no more, bro.
Hey, Carnage, you know what's funny? I had that floating player glitch. I took a screenshot.
Bro, you hear me, bro? Like,
But no, listen, no, this happened on the road, though.
bro, it's so ugly just when I walk through and I'm like, yeah, I'm not ever playing this game again, bro. But I love that game. I love that game. I'm not gonna act like I don't, but it's definitely the worst game series to me as of right now until I'm not mad at that game no more.
Alright,
So it's all good. Let's move on to these
I'll be honest, I never
PS5
got into
clickbait
Elder Scrolls.
rumors. What you would say, Mikey? Go ahead.
What?
That was me. I
Ken-
never got into Elder Scrolls.
Oh,
I tried getting into Elder Scrolls, especially with the remastered edition with the mods, and even with the mods, it's just like
yeah.
it's too much for me to figure out what to do.
If you don't love
Like,
it, leave it alone, bro.
Nah, you gotta play it on PC. With
If you don't love it, leave it alone, bro. It ain't worth it, bro.
Yeah,
This coming from a fan. It ain't worth it, bro.
It is coming from a fan. It is.
That game is stressful and heartbreaking when you see that game.
so it's a game that'll either make or break you, depending on the person.
That game broke the fuck out
I
of
could
me.
play
I've never
Fallout,
played
but
any other game.
And we not talking about the gameplay. We talking about mechanics.
The mechanics,
The
bro.
mechanics
like,
is modern.
it's so buggy, bro. Like, I swear every time I go somewhere it's a bug. But I'm done off this topic, man. We going to PS5 rumors, man. These is also quite outlandish. They came from 4chan, so I mean, it's from accredited leaker. This the only reason it's on here. But he gets shit wrong too. So I mean, every leaker gets something wrong. So take all these with a grain of salt, y'all. These ain't all true. Actually, the first one is not true. Dude has said that the release date, like the reveal date for the PS5 will be February 5th. It's the 9th. It ain't come out. So that's also already an L for these rumors. He said the release date will be in October. How y'all feel about that? Y'all think that's plausible?
Too
It's
soon.
gonna be November.
I say November.
It's gonna be November.
I expect a lot of rumors on PS5 at least until
You said it's
like
at least until
I'm not
when? You would
expecting
cut out.
anything. I'm not expecting anything concrete on PS5 until at least May. Like
Oh, so everything that we about to say, you just about to be like, nah, that ain't it.
I think. I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to be rumors until somebody.
Nah, true.
actually-
That's fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying. Like I don't expect nothing until it's.
Oh no,
Or,
these probably ain't these ain't solid at all. I agree. these ain't on nothing but water, my guy.
Because I've heard like copywriting issues. I've heard like lawsuits on certain products that they're using in PS5. I've heard like them switching over like graphics technology, and it's just I just left it alone. Like it all is at least. It's too early in the year.
So the October is an L for y'all. Y'all don't believe it?
It's November.
Hell no.
It's got to be November. And that's usually when consoles normally come out anyway.
All right.
Right before Christmas. That's the money month.
Exactly, right before Christmas.
Dude has said that the price would be $500, but another thing came out that the price is actually being withheld till Xbox drop their price so they can undercut it. Which one y'all
I heard it was $6.
I don't think PlayStation has to undercut it. You know what I mean?
It ain't gonna be $6. I don't think it's gonna be $6. But you said you don't think PlayStation gotta undercut it. Why not, John?
I don't think PlayStation has to undercut the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the relative between both those consoles is close enough to be like to warrant me, someone who hasn't bought it yet, be like, oh, the Xbox is cheaper, I'm gonna buy that. No, I'm gonna buy the PlayStation no matter what.
But you gotta remember that like that's a big reason why they won last year is because the casuals seen that cheaper price point.
Yeah.
Like we well seasoned, well informed gamers.
Kids too.
Yeah,
like it's very few console exclusives that are like make it or break it for people. You know what I mean? Like Halo was like a console exclusive for a lot of people, but you can even still make an Xbox like a clear definitive winner in like the last console. You know?
Wait, hold on. Did you just say what'd you just say? My bad.
Like Halo, for example, that's a console exclusive, right?
That is a console exclusive.
Normally when video game consoles are coming out, people bank on console exclusives being the reason why console. Well, Xbox had Halo like 2 consoles, and that didn't help them win the console war at all. Like 360 a little different, but
consoles.
Well, Halo 3 did, but it didn't. Because PlayStation had an unfair advantage in the PS2 count. But as far as like PS3, PS4, like console exclusives did not save consoles at all. Once like
not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. That's true.
It's supposed. But that's the thing. It's supposed to though. Like, I mean, if you're coming out with a new console in a year and you don't have like games that say, okay, this is only on our stuff, buy ours, people are going to decide which console they're going to get based off price and availability.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's on in the beginning, because the PlayStation didn't have really nothing in the beginning exclusive wise. It had like 2 games.
It had most of what Xbox had, which made it easier to like go towards PlayStation.
Yeah, and it was $100 cheaper. And that's what casuals look at.
But another thing you gotta look at too is a lot of people that's buying these consoles is parents. And
true, that's the casuals.
Parents is trying to buy the cheapest system. Like it's people that buy an Xbox all digitals and then buy physical games with it. They don't know what they're buying.
Stupid.
Bro.
Exactly. You know what, bro? That's exactly what I was about to say too. They don't know what they're buying. They need to do some fucking research before they start buying shit for their kids.
Did y'all know that that digital version actually had an optical drive in it still? It was just plastic off, like you just couldn't access it.
Nah, I did not know that.
Xbox was super lazy, bro.
That is
they was super lazy, bro. They was like, nah, don't change that manufacturing, but just put some plastic over it.
So if you do a little do-it-yourself work, you can
make it run this, bro. Still got a drive in there.
That's crazy.
But I think price point affects like sales in the beginning a lot, bro. The games like you could play PlayStation can come out with 2 games exclusive again and still in the $100 like lower than the Xbox, and niggas about that PlayStation.
Yep.
It don't matter what they got on there. They can put Resogun 2 on their exclusivity, niggas, and still buy that shit.
And this is coming from somebody who played Xbox more than the PlayStation up until like the PS4 era.
Me too. Like I was a Xbox 360 nigga.
I mean Nintendo would be doing the same thing.
Oh, I forgot about Nintendo. The Switch Lite gonna be like $200, ain't it? That might be the cheapest little game thing.
The Switch Lite, yeah, that's $200 right now.
I forgot about them.
You know how many exclusives that Nintendo came out that made everybody buy a console? Smash alone made people buy one console.
I mean, but God of War made niggas buy PlayStation 4s too.
They're putting a lot of remasters on the Switch too.
They are
ports and remasters.
They are Crash.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Switch is definitely better than I thought it was. Like, it took me to actually get it, and now that I have it and I'm playing that motherfucker, like, it is definitely a console that will be slept on, but it will be out there for a very long time.
I don't know if slept on. Who's sleeping on the Switch right now?
I know I slept on the Switch. I slept on the Switch.
I always give Switches props, bro. I just know it got terrible. It's terrible at power. It's got terrible power. That's
why they have to scale down some of the games to make them work. But at least we know they work.
Hey, this ties into what we was talking about earlier with the Grand Theft Auto. What if they put Grand Theft Auto on the Switch?
It's gonna sell even more. It's gonna look like garbage, but it's gonna sell.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was look garbage, but it
look like
no.
Do you see what it looked like on the 360, my guy? Garbage. It's gonna look worse on the Switch.
So I mean, come on.
What's stronger between the Switch and 360?
The 360, the Switch ain't.
Really?
Yes.
Nah, the best the Switch can put out is what, like 1080p.
Nigga, listen,
and that's like when it's docked.
Nigga,
the 360 1080p.
Yeah,
why can't it? It do 1080p on this games all the time. On its
the 360. The 360 put out 1080i. The PS4 or the PS3 put out 1080.
Nah, I'm talking about on they games, like Xbox made games. You know, they optimize them perfectly for that game system. They can put out. They can put that up.
It didn't support the resolution of 1080p. It was 1080i.
Right, but even still, that's better than what the Switch does when you undock it. That's only 720.
No, I'm talking about when it's docked.
When it's docked, it's 1080.
Wait,
it's 1080.
Okay. You said GTA,
but even still,
look
Kendall,
good.
imagine this.
It ain't got the power.
Imagine this: you're in the middle of playing GTA 5, like when it's docked, and then you pick the console up off the dock and try to go back to playing it. What do you think?
Nigga, your NPC count gonna drop to 3, nigga. You about to have 5 cars on.
Who knows? Who knows? Because isn't Red Dead Redemption 2 coming to Switch?
Oh, that shit is gonna convert to Grand Theft Auto.
Bro, like it's not, that game ain't got that thing ain't got the power. Bro.
But isn't Red Dead Redemption 2 coming to Switch? Yes or no?
No, I didn't hear that.
It is. It's listed to come on the Switch.
Hold on, 1 or 2?
2.
That game about to be ass.
That's what I'm saying. All these games that look live on console go look doodle. Have you seen Witcher 3 on that system?
That's a PS4 game that struggled on the PC. That's a PS4 game that struggled on the PC.
Bro, have y'all seen Witcher 3 on Switch?
If they make it work with Red Dead to come on Switch, they're gonna make it work with GTA to come on Switch.
No, they can make. That's the thing. They can make it work, but it just looked terrible.
It's not.
Okay. So what exactly are you looking for when you play something on the Switch? Are you looking for graphics or gameplay?
Nigga, look. I'm just saying it's weak. When I play stuff on a Switch, I look at nothing because I don't have one. But it's just weak.
I have a Switch, and the one thing that I can honestly say that Nintendo does right, and they can continue to keep doing, not necessary, stick to games that belong on the Switch. You don't need to port like every big AAA title there because you don't need it. Like, Nintendo make more than a console exclusive, so where they're not worried about, oh man, we need the next Call of Duty or we need GTA or like another big seller. They can make their own exclusives.
I don't think it'd be Nintendo doing that though. It'd be companies wanting that Switch money.
Right, but even still, like, what company would like say, "Oh damn, we're definitely missing out on that fucking Modern Warfare 3 money on the Switch"?
Have we just discussed greed in the industry, my guy?
Yeah.
I mean,
all of them. CD Projekt Red did it, and they not even hungry, my guy.
I mean, companies that already make Nintendo products. Because if you look at like where most of their money is, it's in remastered ports, it's in classics, and it's in Switch exclusives. You know what I mean? Like, and none of them, in my opinion, are like the best when it comes to graphics, but you can't beat them when it comes to gameplay and story and accessibility. You know what I mean? Like, that's why Nintendo has always done better than most consoles over the years, and as long as they stick to that, you don't need to worry if it puts out fucking 4K graphics.
Nah, yeah, you don't need to worry about it, but that's just why I'm not getting one, because that shit look terrible. But I mean, but look, everybody gonna put their game on the Switch because it got it's money.
When you say it looks terrible, I'm gonna just say this: Breath of the Wild is fucking beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous!
That game is moi. Like
that game look okay.
Okay,
that game is beautiful.
That game look okay.
Let's say all the games that's not cell shading.
Exactly, because that game look okay, my guy.
But that's the thing, though. That's what Switch does like better than most, though. I mean, that's the reason.
That's because they get the best cell shaded game.
Exactly, they make that shit. That's what they supposed to have better than everybody, bro.
Yeah, but they do it, and they keep doing it because they know it works.
Because that shit works. That shit works.
Bullshit.
Hey.
But we're not talking about their games or nothing like that. We just talking about how shitty it looks in other games.
What cell shading look better? Breath of the Wild or Naruto games?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is, oh my god, bro.
Breath of the Wild is a real good cell shading game.
I sat in that game and watched the thunderstorm for like 20 minutes. I watched the thunderstorm in that game for 20 minutes, bro. Just stood there and just watched lightning.
You know what that shit gonna look like on Red Dead, nigga? Pixels.
Garbage.
I'm just saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
They better not put Red Dead 2.
It's gonna look like fucking pixels.
It don't need it. Like, you wouldn't even be able to put the online on there. Like, Nintendo's fucking online except butt cheeks.
I got another question. Would y'all count, like, Nintendo the first next generation console? Because if we go all the way back, them niggas in the current gen, like, they in the PS5 Xbox Series X generation if we count how many consoles niggas put out.
Yes, I would say yes. Because
so it's the first one, so it's just super ass early.
Yeah, because the Wii U came out essentially around the same time the PS4 and Xbox One did.
Yeah, then they released the Switch.
I want to say it's late, to be honest, because it's like every time they put out something, it's always like,
how's it late?
I mean, like, in terms of like power, I want to say it's late.
Oh, we know it's late in terms of power.
Because I can see what you're saying, but I think it's honestly because
PS3 and the Xbox, like, it didn't came out with the Wii U and the PS4,
but also at the same time, because most of the games that are on Nintendo console don't need a lot of power to play, and if anything.
I'd never.
But what nigga, y'all got off the damn thing, bro. Yeah, it's a part of the console war apparently, bro. So niggas, we gotta put it in there.
Yeah,
gaming community think it's a part of the console war, so it's in there, bro.
It is. It is.
Here's how I feel about that. I feel like Nintendo in their own lane, though. They go always get their money,
right?
Like,
that's
regardless.
What I'm saying.
They is always gonna get their money, but shit, so is Xbox and Sony. They ain't broke, nigga. they getting their cheese.
They gon' always get Nintendo gon' always get their money because they
like
get a
mob.
I mean, the passes only go so far, my nigga. Eventually, the niggas that love Mario and Pokemon gonna start to die out, unfortunately, and these new generation niggas go, cause you know Nintendo get away with whatever they want with right now.
But Pokemon ain't gonna never die. That's like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh nah, nigga. Dragon Ball Z gonna die. Pokemon gonna die eventually.
Dragon Ball Z is not gonna die.
Probably not in our lifetime.
Hold up, man. No,
you can fuck up Pokemon.
There's always gonna be somebody to hold up the mantle for Dragon Ball.
No, that makes perfect.
Nah, niggas, all that shit gonna die, bro. Probably not in our lifetime. That shit gonna die.
Do you know how long Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon been running for?
Longer than I've been alive. Yes, I know.
Yes.
but look,
for a lot longer.
I just said longer than I've been alive, nigga.
I can tell you exactly like when both those genres.
Bro,
this is like coming from a DVD fan and a fan. Pokemon will die once like the fan base gets like to a point to where they don't first 3 generations of Dragon Ball Z. I won't necessarily say it'll die, but from a community standpoint, niggas will definitely. I mean, we already got things like getting bro with Dragon Ball like already in the community. Like I was talking to dude, an anime fan and an artist and shit, and this nigga was like, yeah, you know, I never watched Dragon Ball Z before, like never. And I'm like, wait a minute, but you're like an artist that's trying to get into like the same community as me,
that wants to do like the same genre as Dragon Ball, but you never watched or read like Dragon Ball at all. And he wasn't alone either. Like, it's a lot of them out there. And like every generation,
it's gonna be
like,
more
they
and more.
It's like
that's how it used to be.
Yu Yu Hakusho was the greatest fucking anime time, but there are so many people out there who never even watched it.
Exactly, bro. But and Wody, you even said that if the main nigga, the main girl that voiced the fucking
if like I said,
her die, if the whole original cast died, then that anime gonna die according to you.
So,
my nigga. So
they
so
not
that
gonna
shit
replace
going,
those two people.
Okay, so that shit is going to die eventually. Like
I'm talking about the games, though. I ain't talking about the anime because literally Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm just talking about like franchises in general, like because nigga,
if the anime dies.
Nah, the anime over, then the game gonna live on forever. They gonna keep making the games.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like Dragon Ball Z game, in my opinion, they are so fucking hit or miss because they can literally like. How do I put it? Like Dragon Ball Z
niggas are still gonna buy it though.
It can,
but not forever though.
It can get to the point easily where people not buy a Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Niggas didn't even buy the Dragon Ball Z game that just came out. Y'all motherfuckers said this shit ain't gonna die. Like y'all didn't even buy it.
It was crazy.
Hey, that's because I'm cheap, bro.
Niggas ain't even cop it. What the hell?
It's crazy because people who didn't watch the anime are actually buying the game to know the story.
But like that's my problem though. Like in I like Dragon Ball Z fucking world, like says that I don't know shit about the anime, so let me play the game so I can know what's going on in the story.
Yeah, they
like,
not becoming they not becoming hardcore fans like you niggas are, but they probably becoming fans. But y'all carry out the legacy more than them niggas. They play the game.
Because like the game is not gonna put you in the same place as the same people like run home from school at 4:30.
Exactly, bro.
Waiting for the next episode.
They not carrying that legacy on, bro. Y'all the last bastions of niggas that's carrying that on.
And you can't recreate.
I don't know. My
you can't recreate that from a game, bro. You can't, bro.
You can't, but niggas still buy that game just because.
Bro, but look, what we saying is eventually when y'all die out, that show is going with it, my nigga, because it's not gonna be no hardcore fan base to keep it alive, bro.
Cause like you gotta remember this shit too.
Yeah, but the games will still be played just because they're.
It's not gonna be keeping it alive. They ain't gonna get no money from it. Like cool, the games will be played. That ain't no money going in nobody's pockets. Niggas, it's games.
Yeah, and mind you, like Namco Bandai with at any fucking anime video game is popular.
Yeah, it just depends on like how. It also depends on like how relevant the anime is. Like, imagine if they released like a Demon Slayer game like while it was popular. That game would have sold out.
Yeah, it definitely.
I don't know. I don't know because look, they released that Fairy Tail game when it was. I mean, not Fairy Tail. Black Clover game when it was popping. Look where that game at. Look where that game at, bro.
Watch Black Clover though.
Nah, that show was popping. Anime Twitter. Nah. Y'all niggas ain't been on anime Twitter because that shit was popping over there.
Oh, I'm on anime Twitter.
From what I see in the community, like most people, they fuck with Black Clover. I don't really see anybody saying anything bad about it. Like I hear people saying, like,
no, that's not true at all.
No, they say
people fucking hate. People don't even watch the first 10 episodes because they can't stand the MC. Like, oh, I'm never gonna get back into that show.
That was me when
I hate Oscar.
I hated that nigga.
But like,
to punch him in his throat.
People fucking hate.
I mean, but that shit was still popular. They came out with a game that shit tanked. Oh my god, that's what I'm saying.
But like,
that's a fact.
I got to argue.
Really popping though. Like Demon Slayer was. You couldn't go anywhere on Twitter without seeing something about Demon Slayer.
It took me a minute to get into Demon Slayer though.
What's your argument?
Whether it was that.
All right, for the people who have ever watched Dragon Ball Z, when did Buu Saga end again? Like the dub version.
It was like 2006, 2007.
And it was making games from there till Super came out, and they were still selling. Crazy, like I don't understand. Like,
because you niggas still alive.
Counted as
y'all are still alive and kicking, my guy. You still the same. We still in the same generation, bro. We are still here.
That's like if people released a Cowboy Bebop game. I'm not sure.
Bro,
I
can see that. That's actually pretty.
What's a dead popular anime where the niggas is gone? Like what's
Samurai
Inuyasha could be
Sailor Moon.
What he said it. Sailor Moon.
Somewhat Gundam too.
Nah,
somewhat Gundam.
Gundam too. Gundam too.
Yes, somewhat Gundam.
Gundam is never going to get the sales of Dragon Ball Z because niggas
still come out with something, but you'll never hear people really talking about it a lot.
But you gotta remember too, like the Sailor fan base, that's an entirely different beast. They're not into video games, but that fan base is like just as strong as like the Dragon Ball Z.
Hell yeah.
The difference, in my opinion, between Sailor Moon and DBZ is Sailor Moon's fan base can continue to grow and bring in new people. Dragon Ball Z really can't do that.
Why can it not?
Because nobody going back to watch them OG episodes as a kid, my nigga. You can't do that, bro.
Not even just. I'm gonna tell you the main.
Wouldn't you have to do the same thing with Sailor Moon?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you.
Shit, I would probably have to get into that butt ass shit.
The main reason, in my opinion, why Sailor Moon will always last longer than Dragon Ball Z has nothing to do with the story. It has nothing to do with the content. At the end of the day, Sailor Moon will last longer because of the aesthetic. Like they're like the aesthetic of Sailor Moon will go from generation to generation to generation to generation. Dragon Ball Z aesthetic, it will like stick to those who fuck with it, but it's not really one of those things where
it's gonna grow.
It's gonna stay like the same.
So what exactly would make Sailor Moon grow? Like
Sailor Moon will grow. Sailor Moon will grow because its aesthetic is versatile. Sailor Moon not only attracts different variety of like anime fans, it also attracts people to the aesthetic that aren't anime fans too. Like I've met people like never cared about anime, but they get into Sailor Moon because they like the concept of it. Not to mention, you gotta remember, it's really easy to market aesthetic towards young females, you know. And Sailor Moon is definitely a brand that you can market without even selling the story.
So you can't. So you can't do that. So you can't do that with people who go hard in the gym and fight in MMA for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but I mean, compare the amount of people.
Yeah, exactly. How many people of them a stick, my nigga?
Right, and that's
it's what made the people that's going to stick to it too.
But compare the amount of people that go to the gym to the amount of young girls that will be born every year.
It ain't comparable because niggas in the gym are probably like it for a year or two and then like, oh yeah, I remember I used to like Dragon Ball.
But they wouldn't forget what made them go to the gym in the first place.
Right, but even still, like those aren't the same. They're buying every Dragon Ball.
And y'all damn near can't even capture the anime community because the anime community hate Dragon Ball Z, nigga. Like,
that is true.
It's just a bad. It's just a group of people that love Dragon Ball, and y'all one of them.
Not to mention, even in the Dragon Ball Z community, there's a good portion of the Dragon Ball Z community who never even watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but it's also people who just got into fucking Super and they haven't even watched Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's go that because Super can keep it.
Super is still alive.
So would y'all say the niggas that got into Super are hardcore fans?
Because I called that shit ass a million times. They sit and defend it.
Yeah, some hardcore.
I mean, they probably just like you though, Wody. They could be from getting in.
But here's the thing though,
from Dragon Ball. I mean,
like I said, he never watched it.
In my opinion,
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
In my opinion, so he was a hardcore Dragon Ball.
He just hardcore Super. Like he said, like a person has not watched Dragon Ball Z when thoughts about Dragon Ball Z is that the characters.
But didn't y'all say niggas that can't be fans if you just now getting into some shit? You could just like it. Didn't y'all say that when Nip died or some shit like that?
No, that's like no, because they didn't just get. They was like, oh, he just died. We're fans, not versus. I mean, like
they worked. They watched one little part of the content and was like, yeah, I'm a fan. Come on.
No, that's not what they did.
They gotta go back, bro.
Yeah, they gotta.
And niggas not doing that. So
whether it's like literally, if they consume new content and then they become a fan, that's cool. One piece of content can make you a fan.
Well, hold up. By that logic,
without consuming anything.
By that logic, people that watch Dragon Ball Z can't be fans of Dragon Ball Z unless they went back to watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me?
I don't have that logic. That's what niggas
I
said.
had to
But
go back and watch Dragon Ball. I ain't even finished it. I think I'm on like the last couple seasons.
I didn't watch Dragon Ball.
I was a fan before that.
Honestly, bro, to be a true,
I don't think you can really compare One Piece to DBZ because the difference between DBZ and One Piece is kind of designed like.
Wait, who said something about One Piece?
who was that?
Nobody said nothing about One Piece.
Oh, my bad. I thought somebody mentioned.
No, he said DB.
Oh, okay.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
But no, I feel like to be a true Dragon Ball fan, you have to be honest. Like you can't just be hyped for Dragon Ball Z and think, that's a shit, and then know the mistakes that are in Super and be okay with it. No, you have to call that out as well as a true fan.
I think, in my opinion, if you want to be considered a true Dragon Ball fan, and I can be like a completionist and say if people never saw Dragon Ball, then they can't say shit. But from on the real, and this is like from like story to story perspective, I think you can be like a true Dragon Ball Z fan if you watch Dragon Ball Z. You can be a true Dragon Ball fan if you fuck with Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Super, you're a fan of Super. But like if you want to say like you're a true overall, I love everything DBZ fan, you gotta rock with everything. But it's just it's so fucking hard because you gotta remember that's three different that's three different generations. Because like Dragon Ball came out in the 80s when they were emulating Kung Fu flicks. Dragon Ball Z came out like in the late 80s, early 90s. And that's a completely different beast in itself from the beginning to the end. Super, it's I don't like. I ain't got no words for it, but you get
Super was essentially made for people to come back to Dragon Ball.
But you can tell that it's appealing towards like the new anime generation too.
And niggas still hate it.
But notice GT. GT got a lot of hate, but you can tell it was catering towards a lot of Dragon Ball. You know what I mean?
Get good to like halfway in.
but you can obviously tell like their demographic that they were targeting was a lot different than the last two. And that's like take that into account with Dragon Ball Z. That's 3 to 4 different generation types in one fan base, and that's not consistent. And if it's not consistent, imagine trying to take something new with Dragon Ball, like fucking if they got like little fucking anime chibi Dragon Ball characters for like the next series, like people might not fuck with that at all, and that'll just go. You know what I mean? Or you might create like a new fan base that can't relate to any of the other Z fans.
Yeah, it's just gonna separate forever.
So basically, if they were to decide to go a completely new, different direction, it could kill off the franchise.
That's normally
it's going to continue to divide until there's nothing left, bro. It's just going.
Yeah, that's normally how.
I mean, are they dividing now?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure some niggas don't like Super and probably stop watching that shit. But I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
It was me.
A lot of Westerners don't know this.
Well, Wardy got back into it.
Yeah. A lot of Westerners don't know this too, but Dragon Ball Z got a lot of hate in Japan when it first came out.
Oh, it did.
And one of the main reasons why is because Gohan was supposed to take over, and nobody really fucked with Gohan. And mind you, this was before it even got to us. Like, we might have liked the idea of like Gohan being the main character of Dragon Ball Z, but the fans in Japan at the time who got it first, they didn't like it. So that could have been a completely different fucking content pool. Like the characters in Dragon Ball, the only reason why a lot became the way that they were, especially during the Cell Saga, is because, the community that was used to Dragon Ball didn't like where it was going.
I ain't gonna lie. If the same thing happened with, like in Boruto, if they kill off Naruto, I don't want to watch it.
You see in Z how many Goku was supposed to either die or be out of condition.
They did it twice. They forced it twice.
Every saga, he died against fucking Raditz. It was supposed to be Gohan. He got beat against Vegeta. He was supposed to die against Vegeta. It was supposed to be Gohan and Namek. Gohan was supposed to fight Frieza. Gohan was supposed to fight Cell. Gohan was supposed to fight Majin Buu. But each and every time when Gohan was to take the mantle, the fan base gave like very shitty views on it, and they Goku back, which is the reason why he kept coming.
Because Goku is how they make money.
No, Goku is who they grew up with.
I just
they grew up with. They grew up with Goku since Dragon Ball, and it was a different beast. Now in this day and age, we're cut off an entire motherfucking series because they don't like one thing. They can't risk that jump.
Dragon Ball game.
All right, I don't know how we got on this topic from fucking talking about Nintendo Switch. Well, we gonna cut that shit off. Cause
all right, cool.
We in a rabbit
got
hole.
like 20 minutes. How many topics we got left?
A whole hell of a lot, my guy.
Let's get them out.
We can go back to these fucking PlayStation 5 rumors.
Hey, this is subject we could extend it if y'all want to.
I mean, I don't give a damn.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm down. I ain't doing nothing.
They said PS5 coming out with a couple of games on launch. Gran Turismo 7, which was actually shut up. Which was actually running on. We talk about anime too much. Actually, it was running out. It was running at 8K.
Oh, okay. Tanjiro?
They had
Gran Turismo is running at 8K.
They said Gran Turismo 7 is running at 8K. They got some 8K screenshots up there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, at 15 frames per second. That's a damn.
I mean, it was a screenshot, so it probably was.
That's why ain't no video.
I mean, but it's also a racing game, my guy. They ain't really demanding. But anyway, we got a couple more.
Yeah.
They got MLB The Show 21 said that's coming out. Demon Souls remaster, possibly. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, they do that right. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, they do that right. That's good. Godfall. We already know about Godfall.
I can't go.
And a new IP called Legends. I don't really know what it's all about, but y'all want to talk about any of those games?
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Demon
Legends
Souls
is gonna be that DC show.
I can't go, Kendall.
You don't like it? The Demon Souls?
It's not. I remember Demon Souls. I can't do that no. I can't.
I ain't beat it, so like I got it right now though. I get it on PS3, but I want to.
I'm pretty sure if they do remaster it, it'll port the Switch and it'll probably do very good because people are really looking. I'm pretty sure it will do good because Soulborn fans will just collect it just so that it's there and they know they got.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Not to mention you'll get speedrunners, you'll get modders. I'm pretty sure it will do good. I'm 100% sure it will. Me personally, that's a no, dog. I can't do it.
It's a nah from you, bro.
Even if it's remastered, like the mechanics get better.
I can't, bro. You don't understand, bro. That game and by yourself, I couldn't go. I beat it once and I left it alone.
So you wouldn't cop if it got a remaster?
Nah, I can't.
Man, it's cool. I smell bitch in here, but
anyway. I would definitely bitch out on it.
Leave him alone, man. Leave him alone.
I don't care. I was just playing Bloodborne, bro, and I love it. But I will bitch out on Demon Souls. I will play Dark Souls 1, 3. I will play fucking Bloodborne. I will play Sekiro.
It was that bad?
But Demon Souls, I cannot, bro. I can't.
We gonna see. Hopefully they do it.
Stress disorder.
It is, bro. It really.
Y'all got anything else to say about them games?
I can't wait.
Nah.
They do it like they did the Dark Souls remastered. Yeah.
What did we cop in MLB? All right, cool.
Hey, yo.
Kendall, bro.
Hell no, we not copping in MLB.
All right, so they said those are the games that are supposed to be launched. The games that are supposed to be revealed along with the PlayStation 5 is Horizon Zero Dawn 2. They got a new Naughty Dog IP, Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16, and a new Resident Evil, and 2 brand new IPs. Y'all got anything to say about them? I don't believe the Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, the new Resident Evil.
I
don't believe
that. Square Enix take a decade to release a game, so
yeah, I don't believe that at all.
I think, in my opinion, Square Enix will probably focus more on like buffing up their older classics because it looks like they're actually getting a lot of good reviews from Fantasy. They can take that exact same engine that they have and use that towards at least 3 to 4 other Final Fantasy.
I'd be hella happy with that. Boy, that combat play.
Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, and 9.
You think they're gonna remaster all of them? I mean, remake all of them?
Those are literally.
So you don't think they're gonna come out with nothing new, because that sounds like a 10-year plan? What you just said.
I'm saying that if they wanted to with that engine, those are the 4 Final Fantasy games that have the strongest fan base. That if they wanted to do a remake like with 7, they definitely would be successful.
I wouldn't mind. I ain't played none of these games. I wouldn't mind more Final Fantasy exactly how 15 was. I wouldn't give it to
Hey,
them.
this one, I'm pretty sure this remake is bringing a lot of people who wanted to get into Final Fantasy 7, but couldn't handle going back down to PS. Like, I'm pretty sure that's gonna.
Probably. I know 15. I know 15 and 14 got me into Final Fantasy. So I was fucking with it.
Yeah, they making enough money off of 14.
They definitely bank out 14. Anybody got anything to say about Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or Spider-Man? Y'all excited for that shit?
Spider-Man, I'm cool with that. Zero Dawn was.
Horizon Zero Dawn was what, Wally?
I want to see Spider-Man 2, yes.
But
I heard about it. I heard about a remake, or not a remake. I heard about it.
You heard about a what?
I heard rumors about a sequel for that too, from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah, that's Guerrilla Games. Well, that's probably what they making.
Yeah, it did pretty good, so I don't doubt that at all.
It's coming to PC soon too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cop that on PC.
They also said something very fucking obvious that the PS4 was gonna be more powerful than a weaker version of Xbox, which is codenamed Lockhart, but cheaper than the upgraded version of Scarlet. And I was like, no shit.
PS4 or the PS5?
PS5.
I'm starting.
PS5.
Yeah. I was like, no shit. Lockhart. What'd you say?
Nah, Chief of Lockhart.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about. They said they was making a new PS4 slogan. Y'all know how it was, greatness awaits and shit. They said they making it, it's time to play. That sounds like some corny ass shit they make it. So
it sounds like we would like to play from Nintendo.
They went off the Nintendo book right there.
Okay. If they would have said like,
I like greatness awaits, bro. Greatness awaits is cool,
man. Great.
That was fine.
They said something like new slogan.
They changed it to this family friendly shit, but it's time to play. Well,
they took away greatness awaits because they systems start being weaker than the Xbox.
Fuck around. Till they changed it to lame ass shit. That was ugly. Some dev on Twitter updated their bio to it, so it seemed pretty legit.
Greatness awaits sound way better though.
It does.
So
if they say I don't know, I don't know what this is off the top of my head. It's gonna be dumb as shit. They say like playtime is over or something like that. Like they stop playing around and actually start being serious about their shit. That would be like a decent slogan. That I will understand that.
Ass still.
They should have just kept the greatness aways, man.
You stick with greatness aways, but they said something like that.
That lame behind it. Time to play ass shit. You don't go somewhere with your corny ass. All right. The next one was Sony Event Hall in New York is booked from January 4th. Was booked from January 14th to February 16th. They actually holding an event right now, but it's also randomly booked for February 29th, which is on a Saturday. So niggas think that's when they actually gonna release the console. What y'all feel about that? Because it kind of is random. Weird to have a random ass booking.
Yoink it.
You gonna show up and steal?
You said that's February 9th?
It's February 29th.
Oh,
on a Saturday. And they did show the PS4 February 21st, 2013. So
that's a private event, ain't it?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm invited.
Yeah, I think that's a private.
They said they just got the booking open for the 29th.
Yeah, I'm seeing this for 7 p.m. It just says.
If that shit, do y'all think they'll show that shit there?
Why not?
They did it last year at this time.
I don't know. From what I'm looking at,
not last year, but last generation.
From what I'm looking at, from all the events that are within the next couple of days around that time period, it looks like it's
It looks like it's what?
Non-video game related. Like they have a lot of third parties used in the halls. Might just be normally whenever they video game unveils and stuff, and that they normally have like a bunch of other like events to it. But from what I'm seeing, it's just a bunch of other third parties.
Shit, we gonna see. I hope it's a reveal. I hope it's personally a reveal.
Well, I mean, of course,
we gonna see. I hope they just pull it out of nowhere. They're
gonna reveal the box that's gonna be in when they sell it.
They selling consoles for $600. Everybody might as well just build a PC.
Yeah, might as well. It'll be about that time. What's the next one? Along with that, they said Sony gonna open up pre-orders as soon as they reveal it, so to get ahead of Xbox, so whatever. The controller. I got a picture of the controller for y'all, so y'all can.
I'm pretty sure it looked just like
Is
every
it real
other
or
controller.
it's real.
It's a leaked controller, so it's probably real. It was along with the dev kit leaks. It was right next to it, but niggas finally got a high resolution picture of it.
The dev leak.
Yeah, remember the dev kit leaked, but it was a controller next to it, but niggas couldn't see it for real.
Yeah,
That controller is probably gonna be butt looking.
Damn, Wody, have some faith.
It's probably
I
gonna
wanna
be like
see
it's probably
it.
gonna be like a Ouya controller.
Low key.
Bruh, to be honest, they never came out with no ass controller though.
Never.
Where's that picture,
they,
boys?
They never really changed their format. It's kind of hard to fuck that up.
Look at that real quick.
That's actually pretty clean. I ain't even lie to you.
Got a touch screen on
I
it.
like
Got a
it.
little
That shit look expensive though.
little
Let's be-
bezel on it.
Look how it looks bad expensive.
You say got a bedazzle on it?
Bezel got a bezel
That's a
on it.
nice prototype.
Oh,
I can definitely see them slimming that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it take USB-C charging, better
That's
battery
dope.
Nah, they
life,
not slimming that down.
touch screen
Yeah,
on it, and all that. You said
I can
USB-C.
see
I
them
was hoping for the
down
boomerang.
I can definitely.
They not gonna do that because people complain about how small controllers are already still after PS4. They not slowing it down.
What if you could throw the fucking PS5 controller and that shit just come right back?
Come back, bro. That's gonna be some VR shit, bro. Watch, you better stop. That's gonna be some
I wouldn't
crazy
even be
VR
surprised
shit.
if it was.
But yeah, they said it was gonna have some next gen haptics on it. I think we kind of went over that last time. They said they literally described it as you're gonna be able to feel when you're on water, dirt, and wood. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's too much.
What does that even mean, man?
You better not drop that.
And apparently they gonna have apparently
Yeah,
PlayStation 5 is gonna have like a little Alexa. It's not gonna be called Alexa, but it's gonna be Alexa, and it's gonna come through your controller. So our controller's gonna be listening to us. Yay, whoop-de-doo, we love it.
Don't they already do it?
It already do that.
But it's not connected to nothing but the PlayStation. Like it's gonna be connected to an AI system now, like a Siri or an Alexa or a Cortana. Yeah, it's gonna be that.
Oh.
Like right now, it's just like, oh, you can launch up games. Like now you can talk to niggas and ask them how the weather is and shit.
We're gonna talk to Atreus.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yo, that okay. You know what? If they did something like that, like they should have like exclusive AIs. Like they got Cortana for like Xbox and stuff like that. We should be able to have like you know how they got Samuel Jackson for Alexa and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we should have like an exclusive
if
like
they do something like that,
Kratos.
they should let me be able to turn that shit off because I don't want it.
or Cole McGrath from Infamous. So you know,
That's some
exclusive
orders.
shit.
You want orders from Warframe?
From Warframe?
Oh no!
You know that I wouldn't be mad.
I'll be-
there ain't no PlayStation exclusive.
I would
though.
be pissed.
I'll be-
What? Infamous?
Nah, not Infamous. We talking about orders from fucking Warframe. I
Oh.
hate that guy.
Or what about well no, this ain't an exclusive either, but I was gonna say Ghost from Destiny.
Ugh.
Nah.
I don't want no Destiny review.
Talk about they hated Ghost because of the voice actor.
I don't want no reminders of Destiny on my PlayStation.
Shit, they should have had the Guilty Spark, that little small floating thing from Halo.
Yo,
they should have had him on
I got
there.
one.
Who?
I got one.
Who?
I got one. The dude that talks to you during the Sly Cooper games.
Oh, the turtle?
Yeah.
Like come go get some like nether.
Okay.
Turtle?
But they
nigga?
could
That would
they
be
could just
so
do
neat.
a sample. It just be like Sony. Just make it like a female assistant and come the A Sony.
They need to put Snoop
We
Dogg
need-
in that bitch.
We need somebody like Sarah from Toonami, that little AI.
That'd be cool. That'd be nostalgic as hell. I like that.
She got an accent and everything. Tom.
But yeah, the last rumor is when you know how you send like an invite to somebody and they can press the button and like if they accepted the game launch up.
Yeah.
Apparently Sony wasn't happy about how fast that is. So now if your PlayStation is off and they can send you an invite, your system cut on and go right to the game, and if you don't accept it, it cut back off.
That's just false.
Wow, that is excessive.
That's false. That's gotta be false.
I hope that's fucking false. That shit is
Or it's
horrible.
optional.
That
It's
is the
also
most
optional.
horrible thing ever.
Wait. Let me recap what you just said.
Bro,
If your PlayStation is off
It cut on.
and somebody sends you an invite, it cuts on
and
but
goes
if you
to the
do not
game.
accept- and it goes to the game. But if you do not accept it, it cuts the game off and the whole entire console.
Yep.
That is super extra and unnecessary.
Yeah, that's not.
I hope that's fake because that is very.
That's a waste of electricity.
They need to let you cut it off from your phone too.
Right? Like, what if you're not home?
That's a waste of a feature.
Well, I'm pretty sure
there's a big waste of electricity.
I'm pretty sure, just like with the PlayStation, it would need to be in rest mode.
Oh, it'd definitely have to be in rest mode. They ain't just gonna cut your shit off on some electricity.
But that's excessive as hell. Like, that is not necessary.
That is not, bro. It's already quick enough to just press that button and press X, bro. They weren't happy with that apparently, bro.
They mastered that shit in fucking 360 though.
I don't know what the fuck they was thinking with that one. Hopefully that's fake.
It's gotta be fake. Cause you do that shit, bro. Because it's stupid, bro. That means I don't have because I would have to literally keep my PlayStation unplugged.
Yeah, like some shit. Don't be cutting my shit on in the middle of the night trying to fuck with me, bro.
Man, like my PS3 already turns on its own because I wanted to update every night.
You gonna fucking log back into your PS4? That bitch gonna be playing the game for you too. Oh, I unlocked this achievement.
I'll be mad as hell. That takes away the fun.
Right, it's gonna play the game for you, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
That better be dead. And Sony better not get the idea.
For the gamer that won a game but ain't got the time to game, bro. Do the game for
you. Yo, can I ask you a question for real?
What's up, bro?
Do you guys like this PS4 UI?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. It's literally straight.
So would you be upset if they like really changed it?
As long as they ain't complicated. I mean, it could probably look cleaner, but it ain't complicated.
Yeah, Xbox ain't changed. They UIs that far, like that much from 360. Like
they did. That shit look like Windows.
Yeah, really? I mean, it looked like.
I was thinking about it. There's a lot of shit that we had on the UI back when PS4 came out that now they just took away from us. I don't like, for example, I don't literally use any like video streaming apps besides like YouTube and Crunchyroll and Funimation sometimes. And before, you used to be able to put YouTube and Crunchyroll on your main screen.
Oh yeah,
and like now you can't do that shit.
You got to go to the actual media center and shit.
I really hope in the next console that the UI, the whole interface is something that I could just change up and do what the fuck I want with. Because that's what my problem is.
He is trying to make shit more like PC, so that's probably gonna be what it is.
I hope so, bro.
Me personally, when it comes to video game console dashboard or UI, I think me personally, I prefer a console to be as integrated. Because if I want it customizable, I just stick to PC, in my opinion. Like I feel like a lot of like consoles going out of their way to try to like compete with PC gaming, or at least like get to the point to where it's like it. But in all honesty, like I'm pretty sure I said this before, I'm getting on console, I want it to feel like a console game. To have all of this different fucking customization, I just PC, you know. It's like I don't want to. I don't know. I like.
I mean, I feel like if they like put it like had it good enough, niggas that don't want to fuck with it won't even notice it there.
That's where the integration comes in. I don't have a problem with like features stuff on that I can play with, like with YouTube, as far as Crunchyroll, as far as Netflix and stuff like that. But I want it integrated to the point to where it's not a problem for me, and the core focus of my console is still video gaming. You know what I mean?
I feel like we just diluted the fact that we're talking about a console. Like, I'm just talking about customizing a console. I'm not talking about having everything super streamlined like a PC, because that's what PCs are. Personal computers, just personal. But I'm saying I want to be able to customize my console because aesthetics is a lot. That's why I care so much about what the console is going to look like physically. I want it to look good in the UI aspect as well. That's all I'm bringing up.
Even still, with like the idea of customization, in order for you to like have customization necessary, you have to have options, and not even just like 3 options. You need like a good assortment of options to where you can sit down and say, okay, what all is best to me and what all do I not want. It's like, that's cool, that's good. I'm all for it, but at the same time, as long as it's integrated and it looks clean, I'm okay with it. But I don't like it when it just feels there's so much going on my dashboard.
So you wouldn't like Xbox fucking new layout then, because it literally looked like.
I remember Xbox used to look like that. That's update.
Huh?
I use the Xbox.
Remember when 360 had that huge update and they changed their entire fucking UI?
Nigga, we ain't talking about 360. That shit. 360 still look like 360. Xbox One look like Windows.
Now. 360 look like.
I've seen the change in Xbox and PlayStation. In all honesty, gotten that bad. They added more stuff that's like streaming for the most part. But Xbox, I feel like it definitely does feel like it's just integrating Windows in the.
Yeah, it literally look like Windows right
Yeah,
now.
no, that's not what I want. I just want a cleaner UI.
You can't customize.
I want to be able to
feel you on that.
do what the hell I want. Because whenever I hold down the PlayStation button, there's mad shit that pops up there that I have not pressed or clicked on.
That'd be so. I want to be able to turn that off. Yeah.
Change my customizations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to hold my. I'm gonna be playing fucking whatever the fuck game. I don't want to play this game no more. Hold my PlayStation bound down. Cancel this game. Open up another game. Oh, I don't want to play in this user anymore. I want to be able to switch my user from my screen. I want my shit to be streamlined. I don't care about PC having all that shit set up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I want my gaming experience on my video game console that I'm paying money for to be as clean as I want it to be because I'm paying for it. I don't care about PC.
I think we're saying the same thing too, because that's what I'm saying.
I feel you on that.
My consoles. I want my consoles to feel like
facts
first. You know, but that's the problem with customization and options, because once they start adding all of that stuff in, it gets very hard to hide. In my opinion, like you have to put it out there, or else people won't find it at all. If people don't find it, you know, you got a console that has a feature that takes you space and nobody's using it, taking it.
See, that's the thing right there. You're saying you need to show it, they need to broadcast it. That's what Sony does well with themes. Like, they can just show off all of the things that, let's say, for example, somebody who's non-tech savvy, like, you know, not wanting to fuck around with all these settings, because maybe they'll fuck up or do something stupid. Maybe they'll just download a theme, those preset themes that have your console customized in a way that you find pretty, but it's just another A, B, or C setup that Sony has made for you. If you want to go ahead and beyond, like you can now, is put your own backgrounds, which I know is not crazy, but you can still do that.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like
you can do that and then change your apps.
I feel like they can definitely.
They do it. They smart enough to do that shit.
Yeah, but maybe I'm blowing smoke up my own ass.
Nah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I get what you're saying. They definitely can do. As far as PlayStation goes, even like me, like I play video games for the most part, and I still feel like there are a bunch of features on PS4 that I haven't taken all.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I may get a little flack for this. Like, I don't fuck with trophies at all. That's just an extra button that's on my screen. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. So
I agree.
if I move my dashboard around, I want to have settings, party chat, friends list, notifications, downloads. Take that shit that I don't. What's this event page? This
community page.
Community page. Trophies. I don't care about none of this clutter. I don't want this old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, my dude made a new friend with some random dude 69. I don't care about you. I don't care about none of that. I just want to play my video game or get on my show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like who? Like you shouldn't have to say play around with notifications and stuff. But like, I think that's kind of like the one thing we kind of have to understand. It's the price you pay for like being a part of like a community. Like, if you want it on, like, how do you make a community without actually having community features? Like, a lot of the you just named, they're things that, you know, if you're a part of a gaming community, it's supposed to come with. Even if you look at like social media, you know, it will do all that by default, and you'll have to go to your notifications in order
turn that
to only
shit
get
off.
certain
Hell
things.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I get that, wanting to be able to turn the stuff off, you know, at will when you want to, so that you don't have to. But like, those options are always gonna fucking be there if they do want to take advantage of the internet and the online social platform.
Which they should, because that's what we're doing. That's how we all became friends in here. So it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we play video games to escape, and I don't want that shit on my screen. Get that shit off.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm all for options. I'm all for options.
We'll see. Maybe they do. You know what I'm saying? Probably during the, like, you know, the tutorial setup phase, they tell you how you can customize some apps or whatever.
Man, you know, people don't fucking read.
I definitely skip.
I work for UPS. People come into my store with a FedEx label. That is not for me. That is not mine.
I thought y'all was the sister company.
or I'm UPS. They'll come in with USPS. Come on, man. Like you really gonna fuck with me?
What you mean? It's the same thing, bro.
It's a typo.
But all right, you niggas, man. Let's jump into this GeForce versus Google Stadia shit.
Wait, what versus Google?
GeForce Now. GeForce Now is basically a streaming service to compete with Google Stadia. It wasn't specifically to compete with Google Stadia, but they're in competition. It's just another streaming service. You can stream off underpack hardware to get the same results of a decent computer.
I heard it's actually dope though.
Nah, yeah, that's what I got. I got all those stat sheets. I got the stat sheets right there. So
wait, what are we talking about?
Did the research.
GeForce Now.
GeForce Now versus Google Stadia.
Oh, okay.
It's a streaming service basically for video games that actually works right.
So basically, the shit I got from GeForce side is it's brand new streaming service from NVIDIA. They have a $0 a month plan and a $5 a month founder plan. The free version comes with it gives you standard access, so probably gonna be waiting in queues for a little bit, but it's free. And it's limited to a 1 hour playtime session. But you can launch it back up. It's like shared play.
For real? I thought it was 1 hour a day.
No, it's 1 hour. It's gonna close it down. It's gonna tell you to close it down. You can launch it back up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's
bad.
The paid get you priority access, extended sessions. I don't know what that means. I assume it means you can just play till you're done, but it don't give it time.
That's what it means.
RTX on, and you get 90 days free on top of only being $5 a month. If you buy games off GeForce off GeForce Now, you can keep them when your subscription run out. Unlike Google Stadia, if you buy a game on Google Stadia and your subscription run out, you can't keep the game. You gotta keep paying the subscription. It runs at a clean 1080p 60 consistently with I think you need a 25 megabyte connection. A lot of people got that, so yeah. It connect. Oh yeah, a real big one. This is a real good pro. Is when you playing your games off of GeForce Now, it connects to the PC servers, so your games will not be as dead as Google servers, which connect to themselves. So you got to play with only Google people, and not a lot of. We went over this last podcast. There's only 500,000 Google systems out in the universe right now. So I said 500,000. That's what I meant to say. That still ain't even a million. So I'm gonna keep saying that. So that's all the good parts about Stadia. It's real clean. For nothing a month, you can play games. That you ain't got the power for. That's pretty fucking good to me.
It is.
Google Stadia don't have a free version as of today. It's already its first L.
And it's physical hardware.
I'm gonna get to that. They got they founders price is $9.99. But with the founders, you get up to 4K, 60 frames, 5.1 surround sound, and 2 free games a month, I believe.
Oh, that's low.
To get the 4K, you need to buy the Chromecast Ultra, which is $70, and you need great internet. You need really good internet.
Hey, now you said 25 megabytes. Is that upload or download?
I think that sounds like upload.
Sound like upload.
Okay, upload, yeah, because we barely getting 10 around this way.
I'm getting a hun done.
Yeah, I'm on a gig.
I'm getting a hun done.
I'm on a gig.
But you need real good internet to get that 4K, and you need Chromecast Ultra to get that 4K. So you need to spend $70 and plus that high internet bill, plus that $10 subscription to get 4K. So you're really not getting it for $10. Like I said, if you buy games on there, you don't get to keep them if your subscription run out. So you stop playing at $10 and make your games no more.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's really bad. It's playing on its own ecosystem. Like I said, you play Destiny 2 right now, you're probably not gonna be able to find a match. That's their premier multiplayer game. And we all talked about Google shutting down products around our third podcast. Remember how many we listed off about Google shutting down products?
Yep.
Yeah, Google's notorious for shutting shit down. So if this shit ever shut down, guess what you lost? All your games.
And your money.
Yeah, everything on the ground. So
that's not
what would y'all take over these two options?
The other one.
Exactly. You don't even know what it is. That's it.
Definitely.
Google Stadia is hurting right now, man. That shit is a very bad deal for your money.
I'm not even really sure why they.
Like, I don't know either. They was just like, ooh, gaming, we can make some money from that, and then fucked off.
It's crazy to me how you see so many companies trying to get into like the gaming industry, but they all go way about doing it with these delusions of grandeur when it comes to their idea. Like they all have these big ideas. Oh, nobody's ever tried this before, and then they don't realize maybe he's tried it.
They don't fucking work. Yeah, they came out. They came out a little bit too early with this one, but game streaming ain't where it need to be to have a whole system on it, and it ain't it.
Oh yeah.
we don't talk about the Ouya in here, but
it literally.
No, let's talk about it.
Nah, because literally every video game or every like gaming service that's not like mainstream, it all sounds like just picking the Ouya dirt.
It do. I heard Amazon was trying to do something too, but hopefully they do better than Google.
I think once like these big companies all try to do it, you just need to just go get everybody just.
Hold on, Willie, what you just say, bro?
They streaming service for their movies already, but I wouldn't even recommend it. The game's gonna look like.
Niggas can't even have a Netflix. Damn.
Nah.
Yeah, well, so I think we are.
The only thing I can honestly see Amazon doing right though is with their Prime membership, like the accessibility would be a lot better.
Nigga, that Prime membership is I hate paying it. I don't give a fuck.
No, bro. I don't even pay attention because I
bro.
save so much money on Prime.
I hate paying that shit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
even though it's $6 a month for me, bro, I still hate it.
Well, I'll just say this: you save money if you're like an avid Amazon shop.
True.
Like not like the online, but like all of their other features. Like you shop at and you use Amazon and shit. Like not to mention if you got a credit card, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get anything else. But if you're not like somebody who's like in the whole Amazon thing, that game, like them having a gaming service, probably what you need.
Shit, but all right, let's talk about my favorite gaming studio. What is it, guys? That's right, it's Ubisoft. They come out. Yep.
Yeah, it really is.
I thought it was
CD Projekt.
people that made Witcher. Yeah.
Nah, they're not my favorite. They just made my favorite game.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
They gotta prove themselves before they become your favorite.
Hell yeah, Ubisoft prove they sell every fucking month. They drop a game every fucking month.
Well, go to Ubisoft and tell them to come out with a fucking Rayman 4 like the motherfucking.
Nah, that game ass.
Bro.
I'm cool. That game butt.
No, it's not Rayman.
Fuck Rayman.
No, you okay? Now you bullet.
Rayman belong on Brawlhalla. That's where he belongs.
Classic.
Heard him.
I'm gonna keep him on Brawlhalla, bro.
Tell him, Kendall. No, Rayman isn't bad on Brawlhalla. I like the fact that he's on Brawlhalla.
That's where he belongs. Brawlhalla. He need his own game.
He's
bro.
a classic.
Leave that nigga alone, bro.
They need to bring Rayman back like they had. They need to make a Rayman 3 type Rayman. Bro.
They need to leave Rayman.
I would.
Listen,
Rayman 2 type Rayman.
Listen, bro. Ubisoft made Uno, Monopoly, For Honor, Division, Siege, all these games we all play. Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. Bro, come on. Do I need to keep going?
They're not bad. They're good.
Bro. And you talk about Rayman, my nigga?
Yes, Rayman. What is wrong with Rayman?
His ass.
I'd rather get a Jack and Dexter over a Rayman.
Bro, Rayman, my nigga.
Yeah, Ubisoft wasn't Jack and
make
Dexter.
it though.
Yeah, Ubisoft didn't make
Nigga, I'd rather get a Splinter Cell over Rayman. What you mean? What you mean, bro? Fuck Rayman. Leave that nigga there, bro.
Can we get on to the news?
Leave that nigga there, bro. All right, yeah, let's get on to the fucking.
He really doesn't like Rayman, but
fuck Rayman, man. They said that they had 5 AAA games coming out before March 2021. Ubisoft. Ubisoft themselves said that shit.
They got 3?
They got 5.
Oh,
they 5 coming out.
Thought y'all but it's cool.
I mean,
They probably spin-offs.
One of them is a spinoff. That's a fact. They confirmed it was an Assassin's Creed. It was a Assassin's Creed and one of them Far Cry games. So it's probably gonna be Far Cry 6.
Didn't see
one of the spinoffs is Rainbow Six Quarantine. It's basically a single player Rainbow Six game.
I probably fuck with it.
Cool. I probably fuck with that.
20, 30
Jason Schreier confirmed that it wasn't Splinter Cell, so I'm pissed. And two brand new IPs.
I mean, do we need a new Splinter Cell?
Yes.
Like, is Sam Fisher done? Is Sam Fisher done?
No.
Why?
He better not be. He the only one left.
No Splinter Cell, that's but.
Nah, you but. Anyway.
If we can't get Rayman, we cannot get Splinter Cell.
Bro, Splinter Cell was hard.
But Splinter Cell.
Bro, we need a Splinter Cell, bro. He said it wasn't, bro, so that's but.
Nah, bro. Splinter Cell. Fuego, y'all hating. That's what I hear.
Splinter Cell dope.
I didn't say Splinter Cell was ass.
Splinter Cell was great.
Not too, but not.
But
not everybody.
So was Rayman. I was just playing. I'll stop.
So Rayman.
All right, I get to you. I expect every last one of these games to get a delay because it's 2020 and it's the year of delays. All these games get delayed. Every single one of these ain't coming out until March 2020. Probably the only one that ain't getting delayed is Assassin's Creed. I don't think Assassin's Creed ever got delayed. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Assassin's Creed delayed?
Nope.
I think they always on point all the time.
Just come out unfinished.
That's true. That's a fact.
Bro, Assassin's Creed coming out. Period.
Yeah, that shit coming out. Well, they said it was gonna be. They said it was gonna be Vikings. How y'all fucking with the Vikings Assassin's Creed flavor?
You know,
that's bro.
Y'all can't wait to rape and pillage villages and shit, bro. That ain't loud.
Nah, that's
Can you stop, bro?
Bro, that's exactly what Vikings do, bro.
Vikings are,
That's exactly what they do,
they
bro.
POSs, bro.
They are terrible people.
I keep bringing that word into the podcast.
Bro, listen, that's what they do.
That's
bro.
That's what they do.
I hate you.
They terrible people.
What are my
Vikings are horrible individuals. They better be killing Vikings or something, bro. I could not be on the Vikings team.
Bro.
I'm still gonna buy it. I'm gonna play that bitch.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Hell yeah, me too. Thank you, John.
You playing it on PC? You better.
Yeah, I'm playing it on PC.
I won't even look at that game.
Damn, the AC, my nigga. What is wrong with that?
Vikings go hard.
What about Watch Dogs?
Imagine that.
Like Odyssey.
I don't look at that one either.
Watch Dogs? You ain't fucking with Watch Dogs?
No, bro. All I want is that Rainbow Six, and I was hoping for Splinter Cell. That's the only other game I.
They confirmed it wasn't Splinter Cell. Sorry.
So yeah, but you got a bunch of whack ass games.
Bro,
This is Ubisoft like a
It is about to be live.
little gangster.
I said that
if it's
and
anything
Odyssey,
like that,
and I haven't
Odyssey.
played either one of them.
I enjoy Origins and I love Odyssey.
I didn't like Origins.
I wasn't a fan of Origins either, which is crazy.
I like Origins because it went back to the Desmond bloodline. Because Big is one of his ancestors, so I like that, and the fighting was kind of fun for me. I know other people weren't like. I like the fighting. It felt like Dark Souls out there.
It was, but
The concept of it was what caught my interest, but playing the game, like actually playing the game, is what threw me off.
I didn't like where it was.
Big as hell.
I didn't like where it was at all.
I like where it was. That's why
I liked where it was.
That's exactly when I got off. When I was just rolling through the desert on my camel, I was like, "Yeah, but I'm getting."
Isn't the next one supposed to be Vikings?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said that.
We just said that.
You just said that, bro.
Niggas ain't paying attention.
I'm over here.
But yeah, I can't wait for the next one, bro. I'm cool. They said it was gonna be even bigger map than Odyssey. To be honest, I'm not excited for that because Odyssey was big as hell but boring, low key. Like if you look at the stuff to do in Odyssey compared to the map, it's whack, nigga. I don't want to run around and fight a bandit camp for the 50th time.
Like fighting on it. I love fighting on that game.
I mean, if they made it meaningful, I would fuck with it more. Cause I still like the game, but I'm just saying, like that map, like the nigga, they could have shrunk that down.
It bring me back to the Assassin's Creed 4 days, just on the ship, just running down on people and blowing their ship up and hopping on it and beating their ass. Like I could do that all day, and then going on land and doing the land fights too. It's dope for me. It's just I gotta get into the story all the way.
I need that. plus some meaningful content. Cause nigga, it was well, I ain't gonna say no. It was a couple meaningful side stories. It was like 3.
Yeah, that's what I was to ask you. Like, were there not a lot of side stories?
It was literally like 3 good side stories, bro.
It felt too grindy for me. That's the only thing.
It was definitely grindy as hell. It was grindy as hell. But
I guess it forces you to actually do the content, that's in it, like to find the content and do it to level up, or you go get your ass whooped.
it's kind of shitty if because they selling fucking XP boosters, but
Yeah.
it's how
You don't need that though. You don't need that.
You don't need it to beat it.
I've been doing
You know
this. You
niggas
just gotta
gonna
play
be
the game.
fucking complaining about that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, one of our uglier topics, they saying that virus going around may delay the new consoles because they're actually shutting down manufacturer buildings in China.
What consoles?
Delay them.
Okay.
Because they shutting down manufacturing companies in China right now because of that virus.
Corona,
boy.
That's what I wanted to talk about because I did see that as a topic.
That's SARS all over
I got a friend who actually lives in that exact same
vicinity or like the
Good luck
area.
to him. He got the corona.
Wuhan. She lives in that town.
Yeah, they said
Have you
that.
checked up on her? She good?
Yeah, no, she said she chilling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they said they were shutting down fucking factories and shit. So,
Well, even it ain't even just factories. Like, aren't going.
It's only going what? You cutting out?
Like most workers aren't going because of the virus. Like I asked her, I'm like, damn, so job. What are they saying? She's like, we're not working during an outbreak. And I'm like, shit, in America, they actually fucking AIDS.
Bro, you keep going in and out, bro.
But I get what you're saying.
Right?
I get what you're saying though. Yeah, in America, yeah, they're like, oh, you sick? Fuck it, come in.
Apparently, their job, they're not stressing there's a virus outbreak.
That's good. They shutting them bitches down though. I know that for a fact.
I mean,
y'all know that game. Y'all know that game Plague Inc. You ever played that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that game.
That game went on a like sale surge after the coronavirus came out. So niggas is just buying the fucking Plague Inc. now.
Yeah.
Just to control corona. Just to control the coronavirus.
Pretty fucked up.
Niggas is weird, bro.
Bro, that game is
White
fun.
people shit.
Y'all bugging.
Nah, it mostly happened in China. That's where niggas bought it. Niggas in China was buying the shit.
You sure they ain't buying it with Chinese account?
No, I'm not sure. No, I don't fucking know. I don't know why you would buy Plague Inc. on a Chinese account just to boost the China number sales. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but that's where the most of them is coming from.
How much time we got?
Maybe that was the only
a couple minutes. We got 2 more topics. No, we got 1 more topic because I ain't talking to the last one.
Did we talk about Babylon Falls?
No, we didn't talk about Babylon.
Nah, bro, fuck that, bro. We got something. We've known out on this topic this whole podcast, bro. Let's talk about that damn. Let's talk about Evo, bro.
That's the last one.
Oh yeah, that is what I want to bring up to Kendall. That Mortal Kombat 11 is not coming to Evo for
too
good
late,
reason.
bro, you
I already heard.
I know. I just wanted to talk to you about it, bro. How you feel about that, bro?
This is why we don't talk on before the podcast.
He was already. He was a little.
Share your previous opinions on that, Kendall.
Yeah, that's whatever.
I mean, Sonic Fox
you have more to say than that, nigga.
That's all I got to say right now.
He was upset. He was like,
upset.
We shouldn't have talked about it, man.
Players' fault. They got the bitch ass fighting game.
that nigga was mad as hell.
He was hella mad. He was mad. He wasn't even mad at the fact that Marvel 2 replaced Mortal Kombat.
Marvel 2 is the reason that
Marvel 2.
11 is not in there.
Yeah,
You gonna blame Smash?
I respect Marvel 2 though.
But you
That was the reason. But they probably only gonna be there for like 1 year anyway. It's only doing it because it's the 20th anniversary of the release since like 1999 or 2000.
And I think Marvel 3 is cheap as fuck right now, like $10.
Not to mention, you got to remember, Sonic Fox just going with competition anyway.
But did he lose at Evo?
Yeah. I mean, he wins and loses sometimes. Not quite perfect, but you know, you definitely gonna be in top 8.
Mortal Kombat is
He gonna be in top 8 for sure.
Sonic Fox.
Yeah,
Y'all trying to
See, this
get
would have
Sonic.
been a much better topic if Mikey ain't ruined this shit yesterday.
I know, bro. I know, bro. I know, man. We would have had
Mikey,
all
bro.
the Kendall's hate right now.
Hashtag
Hey, we got all that hate today. Like, it would have been great.
That
Like,
was amazing, boy.
It's
You
all
gotta cancel
good.
Mikey now.
Next time.
It was-
Let's cancel John though, because this nigga gets mad for dumb shit. Like, bro,
Why-
Let's
no, we ain't
Mikey.
canceled John, and we
His
canceled
rap.
Mikey.
you don't, because if we talk about
Let's
My
cancel.
Hero Academia, we're gonna turn into Jarrell.
Okay.
but here's another thing. Why do y'all they since they was putting in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but they had to take something out? Why do y'all think they took out Mortal Kombat 11?
In game ass.
I feel like it's because I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just not the place. I wouldn't say it's not the place, but I feel like it would do better in other majors. If that makes sense.
I'm actually very surprised that Fate stayed in, or Birth by
Under Night in Birth.
Under Night.
Yeah,
This man about to say Birth by Sleep.
Kenny,
I'm actually very surprised that beat out Combat.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 6 beat out Mortal Kombat.
So I know that Soul Calibur is actually popular.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
said
exactly.
It's actually pretty popular. So
it's fun to
I
watch
can
too.
It's
It is fun to watch.
That like I'm really surprised. Not to mention fucking Blaze Blue Tag, like those two beat out Mortal Kombat, and I don't. That's why I'm not thinking that it's a numbers issue.
Yeah, that's what they was.
Nah, I think Blaze Blue Cross Tag not in there. I think they took that out for Grand Blue versus.
Nah, it was on the list.
It is.
No.
It was
I
was in
thought
there. That's why
it
I
was
said
taken
like,
out for Grand Blue versus.
It was fucking two Weave games. Like I was so surprised.
Yeah, it was Under Night. It was Grand Blue versus.
Mortal Kombat.
Hold on, I'm about to check right now. 'Cause
I'm about to
pretty
look it up right now for you, bro. I'm pretty sure.
Because it was cross battle. I'm pretty sure that cross battle shit was in there.
And then that new game, Grand Blue. Or
Yeah, it was Grand Blue
whatever it
versus.
is.
Grand Blue versus. Yeah. Games are in it is Under Night in Birth, Smash Ultimate, Fighters, Tekken 7, Marvel 2, Street Fighter 5, Soul Calibur 6, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and Samurai Showdown.
Yeah.
And it had,
Okay, so it wasn't tagged. Okay.
No,
Hey,
it
Kenny.
wasn't.
Hey, Kenny, Mortal Kombat had
What
more
the fuck
votes.
you mad at me for?
Hey,
Listen to his argument, bro.
hey, Kenny, and Mortal Kombat had more votes than the Soul Calibur. Way more votes than Soul Calibur, and more votes than Fighter Z.
That's why I don't think it was a numbers issue.
Yeah,
It's like
It wasn't the numbers issue. It was honestly they just went based off viewership, and I think that game
How
gets
do
the least
you-
amount of
I can see
viewership,
it.
not because
I
of
can see
votes.
I can
Votes is
definitely-
made.
But
Yeah,
how do you
it's
say
based.
viewership and the number, like the votes are the viewers.
No, it's
because
not. The votes are the
it's not.
people
That's
who want to
different.
play it.
That's completely different.
Oh, the
Like,
votes are people who want to play it.
Yes.
No,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, because as far as viewers goes, that's like how much the content's streaming. You know what I mean? Like how many people are actually gonna like tune in to the Evo battle versus how many are actually playing it. They're gonna care more watching it. That's how
Yeah.
they get the advertisement.
See, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on 3 platforms: on Twitch, YouTube, and it's on ESPN. So
Not to mention, you got to remember NetherRealm some dickheads.
What you mean
Ed
by
Boon. Ed Boon.
I mean,
Yeah,
think
boom.
about whenever they do streaming, like they do their own stream, and they kind of
like
aliens
combo
every-
breaker and stuff like that?
Yeah, like this that right there.
Combo
is
Breaker
what's
about to
gonna
be
hurt
lit
their
this year.
turn 9 times out of 10. If they were really petty, they'd probably just try to like host their own. Matter of fact, they already.
Hey, they pull a Sony.
Yeah, they pull a Sony.
it's
Yeah.
cool because nobody gonna watch it
But
anyway.
without
They ain't boring
power.
shit to watch. But
People are already like calling them bullshit that they've been doing. So I think it's just gonna.
Bro,
Yeah, you
Kenny, I
faded.
really wish you.
Bro,
didn't
why
cut
you
out,
keep
bro.
cutting out, bro? You make me nervous.
Nah, it just they people are already calling bullshit.
What?
yeah, they already call them out on their bullshit. That's how
Oh,
I
okay.
got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Wally.
I don't know why y'all fading out on me, John.
It's your internet. homie.
That's your end.
I'm wired.
Well, I'm on my phone though. That's the thing. I ain't on my.
I knew he was on his phone. I told you.
I told y'all he was gonna be on this phone because it's
Yeah, I've
quite
been
good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Everybody sounds weird on their phone. I can tell you sound who on their phone.
Man, you know me, bro. I'm on that Yeti microphone right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, usually you pop in on the damn phone because you be out doing something.
Like later at the end of the podcast, bro.
Everybody on Yetis.
Almost everybody.
Even Jarrell, who was not here.
What was the last topic
he was gone the whole pod.
I forgot he was. Where'd he go?
That was my last topic. I know.
It was a feature.
I know Mikey has some shit about. I know Mikey has some shit about Sora. What you was talking about?
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring up the fact that Nintendo was actually trying to bring in Sora from Kingdom Hearts into Smash, but Disney had a little say about it. They pretty much said no, and I think the reason why is because although Square Enix is technically like Sora is like an original character from Square Enix, but I think the reason is because Sora was designed referencing Mickey Mouse. Like if you take a look at KH1 Sora, it's literally Mickey Mouse's clothes.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's in the notes.
So I think that plays like a huge part of why they didn't want to bring him in. But at the same time, it's like Nintendo people be wanting stuff from Nintendo. Like, hey, we should have this character in our game, do a little crossover. Like for instance with Mario. But Nintendo was straight to be like, no, fuck you, piss off. So Disney technically did the same thing to them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Nintendo's not sweating. Sorry.
Nah, they not. I mean, honestly, we can be fine without Sora since we have Cloud. So I honestly think we'll be okay, but I know that's something a lot of fans will want anyway.
Yeah, but Smash fans don't. They don't matter.
You said what?
Smash fans don't matter.
I mean, I don't want to say they don't matter. Apparently, they the ones that's kind of running. Bro. They the ones that's kind of running the whole thing.
They are, but they're not real people.
All right, bro.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Remember, everybody who listens to the podcast as a fan, he is a feature.
Hey, man. That man ain't a person on this podcast either, y'all. Right?
Yeah, he is related to a main cast member, but he is a
Smash fans, we love y'all, man. So hit that sub button.
I completely agree with
that sub button.
And he is also a guest. He is not a permanent member.
I was just playing
No, Kendall. Hey, listen, y'all, Smash fans, we love y'all. Come to our meet and greet with some deodorant.
You want some deodorant on?
I will say yes, with some deodorant on. Yes, with some deodorant on. Because as a Smash fan that Kenny despises so much, I will say that I am probably the 2% of people who actually does hygiene.
Yeah.
He said
I done been to so many tournaments, bruh. I done lost matches because I smelled funk.
Oh my god! We will have Febreze on our table, so it's okay.
Bro, if I were to lose a stock, I would quickly put my shirt over my nose before my next character comes in. I'd be like, "Fuck, bro."
That deep? You think that's
tournaments?
Hold up. Hey, y'all think that's a tactic? Do y'all think that's a tactic?
Think it's a tactic?
Bro, it's so bad. It's so bad, bro. You know they did that shit at Yu-Gi-Oh tournament?
Bro, they smell like so.
I'm pretty sure they all smell like pork.
Nah, they smell
bro. Come on, bro. It's not that hard. Especially, here's the thing, bro. How you gonna book a hotel at a major and not utilize the soap that they provide?
Yeah, that's disgusting, bro.
Right.
Niggas ain't taking showers at the hotel.
Hey, I will give Smash one credit it deserves though. It's one of the best arena fighting games out there.
All right, there you go. You just pissed them all off, bro. Now there you go, bro.
Yeah,
no
we ain't about to have no Smash fans on our.
You know what's crazy? Bro. You said it's not a real fighting game. Ain't gonna stop it from being the last game at Evo.
That's cool. You can get all the clout, but at the end of the day, you still not no real fighting game.
That's true.
You tell me you good at Smash. Okay.
All right, that's what's up.
Okay, you good at that game.
You good at Mortal Kombat? That's not evil no more.
See me in Mortal Kombat. Oh, you mean the game that was?
Hey, that's cool. I'm cool with that. It's still a real fighting game, though. You can't take away.
It's a stiff fighter. We're gonna call it a stiff fighter.
It is.
We're gonna call it a stiff fighter.
You can call it what
you want. If Dead or Alive is a real fighting game, Mortal Kombat a real fighting game. All right, cool.
You cut off. What you said? You said what about Dead or Alive?
If Dead or Alive is a real fighting game, Mortal Kombat is a real fighting game. Bro.
Fair enough.
By far.
By far. Yeah.
Smash still is.
Now Smash ain't. We ain't.
Smash is a fighting game.
But shout out them sweaty ass fucking Smash.
Them dirty motherfucking.
Yeah, he's a guest.
I don't even know what
he's a guest, guys.
Well, let me ask y'all this: your favorite fighting game. What character would you want them to bring to your favorite fighting game?
They already got them in there.
Who the fuck I want in Tekken?
Yeah,
I don't know.
much.
Put me in Tekken. Fuck it.
Put Harada in Tekken.
Put me in Tekken.
Nigga, fuck Harada.
I want
Tekken is your favorite fighting game. You play Injustice, bro. That's your
nigga.
best
Injustice is garbage. Nigga, we not about to act like it ain't.
You know what's crazy? Because I didn't expect them to bring the turtles in there. That's what play Injustice again. But then I stopped again because it's just because people keep picking characters with projectiles and so and shit.
That's another round for you, my guy. Enjoy.
That's Injustice, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's people.
Nah, that's Injustice. Injustice promotes it.
Nah.
Okay, you know what?
I'm pretty sure nigga won Evo. I'm pretty sure nigga Injustice
with Superman. Bro, I was watching.
Y'all remember that laser spam with Superman?
Look at him zoom.
Gosh.
Stupid.
That laser spam with Superman was crazy.
He was the first person I think I've ever got staging.
Yeah, that's why you cut out, nigga.
Alright, everybody done with this shit?
Y'all done with y'all topics, bro? I'm finished.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. I just looked it up too.
I got one thing I do want to.
CEO 2007.
These niggas are talking again.
What you want to say, King?
About fighting? What do y'all think about season 3 fighters?
Find out on the next episode of the Struggle Gamers podcast.
Season 3?
Hey, yeah, that actually is a good way to end out the podcast.
Find out on the next episode of Struggle Gamers podcast, bro.
That's it.
We'll talk about it
That's
Friday.
Later.
We won't talk about it not this Friday, but
Friday
next
the
Friday.
21st.
We're gonna talk about Tetsunoko versus Captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the Struggle Gaming Podcast, bro. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for listening. We out.
And follow me on Blackout Sheep on Instagram.